proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. Two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
1966, two legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive, same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II. Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
All value games at Truist Park get you $15 tickets, $10 parking, food and beverage offers, and more. Learn more at Braves.com/value.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey, Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Sitgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Sitgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Sitgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, Braves fans, don't miss Jeff Francoeur's only radio visit in Atlanta. Join the locker room every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
This is the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer. For great offers on an adventure-ready Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport, go to Ford.com today. Braves country is Bronco country.
Welcome back to the Truist Studios. Barrett Sallee, Chris Domino with you. Have a good pitching matchup. Bryce Elder going for the Braves. Michael Soroka going for the Diamondbacks. Let's break it down.
It's time for the Strong Arm Pitching Matchup. Brought to you by John Foy & Associates Personal Injury Law, where they treat every client with dignity, compassion, and respect. Get the Strong Arm today. JohnFoy.com.
All right, Michael Soroka, a guy that we know very well around here, 28 years old, 6'5", 250, out of Canada. 5 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 1 hit, and 10 strikeouts, including an immaculate inning in his one start this season over the Tigers. Chris, that's one of 120 known instances of an immaculate inning in Major League Baseball history.
I was told in our little hallway here during one of the breaks, the last Atlanta Brave to do it, Chris Martin in 2019. So again,
really,
if talk about freaky names involved in something that's only happened 120 times in baseball history. I found out from Lucas, our young, I don't know what he is. Lucas was here. He was gone. I don't know if he's a passerby, if he's a loiterer. I don't know if he's...
he just kind of shows up.
I don't know if he's a trespasser. Maybe we'll see him a little bit more this year, but he let me know that Chris Martin was the last Atlanta Brave to have an immaculate inning in 2019.
One of 120, only 120 immaculate innings. And for those who don't know, that is 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts.
And again, if you're wondering, well, 120, that sounds like more than perfect games. That sounds, well, let me just tell you, 120 times, think about this. Every game you have 18 chances to have it happen. Multiply that by the number of games that have been played in baseball history. You're going to find out that 120, it is rare. That is a really, really low percentage. And when a guy like Chris Martin does it, or Mike Soroka at 28 years old when nobody really knows what he is, and he did have 10 pops in that game. You know, it wasn't just like a crazy one inning. He had 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. He broke the Randy Johnson record of 9 strikeouts in his first appearance in a Diamondbacks uniform. So Mike Soroka, along with anything else he might do, he now gets to say there's a list out there that I sit above Randy Johnson. And that would be factually accurate. And
a good first impression with the Diamondbacks, because there are going to be some arms coming back that are healthy relatively soon.
Yeah, it's funny. Eduardo Rodriguez, he's thrown 12 innings without giving up a run. So he's saying, I'm 32 and I got some money coming to me, but it's not going to be me. Merrill Kelly and Corbin Burns are going to eventually come back. Soroka got the start because Kelly couldn't. He gets a second start because Kelly can't. And this is what we just said about whether it's Bryce Elder at the back end, Ronaldo Lopez proving that he is supposed to be a starter again, staying healthy for as long as he can. That's 2 games in. There's for as many problems as there are with pitching around baseball, there are still teams that say, well, I'm not telling you I have all-stars or big-time bangers at 3, 4, and 5, but I have a competition for
some dudes.
And who's going to be able to keep the job or who's going to lose the job? The Braves are going to have to answer that question sooner instead of later as well.
Yep. Michael Soroka, mostly slurve and four-seamer, fastball in the low to mid 90s. He is at his best when he avoids barrels. 6.7% barrel percentage last year. That's the top quarter of Major League Baseball. So that's when he's at his best. When he's missing a ton of barrels, when he's getting soft contact. That's what he was here when he was so successful back in 2019, and then 2 Achilles injuries, one in that COVID year, and then slipping on some stairs in the clubhouse. Just really unfortunate stuff for him.
Well, we had talked about how few decisions he has in his career at 28 years old, and it's because he was second in the Rookie of the Year. He might have been top 5 or 6 in the Cy Young.
I think he was top 6
as well. So, yeah, it has not gone his way at 21. It all of a sudden turned a little bit. I will tell you that there were a couple of guys who know Mike Soroka. Walt Weiss is one of them. Mm-hmm. But be careful on the film you look at for Mike Soroka. Is this the guy coming out of the bullpen for the White Sox? Probably not. Is this the guy that started for Washington last year? Kind of. But on a 1-year, $7.5 million deal at 28 years old, he is pitching for his life, whether he's a bullpen or a starter. My guess is Kelly comes back, Burns goes back, he goes back to the bullpen, but he will be stretched out. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a long guy for them. I don't want to give him too much mop-up duty if I think that eventually I'm going to need him to start, because guys are going to miss a start. Yeah. If they miss more than that, you have a guy you can slide in to cover. But if a guy misses a start, Mike Soroka would seem to be the guy that would slide in pretty easily.
For sure. And for Bryce Elder, his only start of the season, 6 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts in the win over the Athletics. He's at his best when he is getting soft contact and inducing ground balls. And against the Athletics, 41.2% ground ball rate. That is very, very effective.
Well, again, he can't play in the middle. You know, this is a guy that plays to the edge. And I joked earlier, but I would play the more than 1.5 challenges. I think Bryce Elder is one of those guys that you challenge. Yeah. It is interesting. We'll say it again. He got his fastball up to 95, 96 in September last year. That's the hardest he's thrown. I don't know really what you expect this time out. What you expect maybe in the first month of the season is the fastball something that's going to be a little bit popping. Well, if he has that and he can tone it down and then get it low, get it outside, get it inside, and start working lines. And we joked, it's not an imaginary box anymore. It's a real box now. Like it used to be an imaginary box. Now it's a real box because they'll go to the board to check it out. If you look at him, and I would imagine his spray chart as a pitcher, find out how many times he gets burned, whether it's 2-0, 3-1, where he has to go in. Going into that type of zone, especially against certain hitters, is not going to be good for him. His biggest thing is if he gives up a walk, what does he do after that? If there's 2 men on base, what happens after that? If he's got his best stuff, he can get his way out because ground ball double plays will happen.
And for Bryce, you know, this is not like, okay, I know the first start of the season went well. You go back to last year, 5 straight starts to end the season. He was 2023 Bryce Elder style all-star capable pitcher. Now, that was at the end of the season, but Walt Weiss and Alex Anthopoulos are very big on what have you done for me lately, right? And consistently when we talk to them this offseason, at any point, it seemed like they made a point, both of them, to point out how big that month was for Bryce Elder in terms of confidence and in terms of what he can be moving forward.
Well, let's just deal with the reality. The fan base didn't want to hear it, or didn't really want to hear it. They didn't want to get hit in the head with that. Why didn't you go get another starter? And then when you had a couple of guys go down in spring, look, maybe the Waldrop thing's not going to be bad. Maybe Grant Holmes, it was, okay, what's he going to be? Because he didn't opt to get cut. He just said, I'm going to work my way through it. So far, so good. And last night, even better than that. But there is not a Braves fan who didn't say, I cannot believe we didn't go get another starter. Whether you like Bryce Elder at all, whether you liked him in September, whether you like him one start into the season, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll raise my hand and say, I'm a little bit surprised, especially after what happened in February with a couple of guys out there. But even before that, I'm a little bit surprised the Braves didn't go get a starter. I like Waldrop. How soon will he be back? How many starts will he get? Well, he might have to fight to get starts.
Yeah.
Did he hear Fuentes? Oh, that was too much too soon last year. But wait, maybe this guy now, a year older, is going to be better. Okay, that's part of the reasoning they had to not go get one. But there's not a Braves fan who's going to be honest who didn't say at some point, whether it was to a spouse, a buddy, sitting at a bar, driving in the car, screaming at the radio when you heard a couple of guys were down. I think it's about as close to 100% as you can get where a Braves fan base said, I can't believe we didn't grab another starter.
Yeah. No, it's for sure. At some point in the offseason, almost everybody did. But right now, Bryce Elder is definitely showing that he belongs in this rotation, at least for now. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to our keys of the game before we send you out to Chase Field. He's Chris Domino, and I'm Barrett Salib. This is the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Right one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Right two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Right three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Ken FS Nugent PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need Servpro. Servpro's licensed, certified, and highly trained team of experts are here to help, offering fast, reliable, professional restoration services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and Braves Country, our teams are committed to performing at a championship level. When disaster strikes, call Servpro and make it like it never even happened.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe seniors deserve independence with just the right amount of support. That's why our Pruitt Place assisted living communities are designed to help residents thrive. When more care is needed, you can count on the full Pruitt Health continuum with therapy, home health, pharmacy, personal care services, and skilled nursing available when needed. It's peace of mind for families and independence for the people you love. Visit PruittHealth.com to find a Pruitt Place near you.
The Braves Country Music Fest at Truist Park is June 13th, featuring Cody Johnson, Ella Langley, and more. Get tickets at Braves.com/Braves Country Fest.
Strike three.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Ken FS Nugent PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Hey, we all know work is important, but make it a habit to stay attached to the sports scene every weekday with me, Nick Cialini, and Chris Domino. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves country is Bronco country. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer and the legendary on- and off-road ready Bronco and Bronco Sport. Learn more at Ford.com.
Welcome back to the Ford Leadoff Show. Barrett Sully, Chris Domino with you. First pitch out there in the desert, 7:15 Eastern time. Ben Ingram and Darren O'Day will be on the call. Let's get to the keys to the game, and they're brought to you by Landmark Automotive Group, serving you in Morrow, Chamblee, and Athens. Or you can shop online at shoplandmarkcars.com. For over 40 years, Landmark Automotive, always the best deal. Always. Chris, we referenced my key to the game last segment when we were doing the strong arm pitching matchup. Bryce Elder, limit big innings. If you give up one, okay, don't walk the building. Make sure you limit it to one. Don't make a mistake. Don't let that turn into a big inning. Let your offense stay in a game. And for Bryce, he's done a really good job of that the last 6 or 7 starts.
Matt Olson's capable of going on a heater, no doubt about it. It could be a little bit different. You don't hit 54 home runs unless you have that capability. It's been good the last couple of nights in Arizona. He likes hitting there. I'm going to go to Ozzie, though, who's the other guy. I don't want to say the other guy who hit a home run, but he's the other guy that hit a home run late last night. I told you, it's 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 31 plate appearances, 11 hits. He scored 6 runs already. I'm kind of looking now maybe for the rest of the weekend, 2 games left. What does Ozzie do? Because it's really easy to say, as a $7 million player, his initial contract, $35 million, it was the joke of baseball.
Yeah.
Ronald's deal was incredibly good, team-friendly. Ozzie's wasn't far behind it in terms of team-friendly when you look at what Ozzie did at the beginning of that contract. This year they picked up the option. He's got another option next year. What I'm hoping is that we go a month, opening month of the season, however many games it is, and you go, that's the guy who is a bargain at $7 million.
Yes.
So far, so good. I also think he's the personality of this team. You know, if you're going to deal with who's the guy that's probably the energy guy, I think he and Ronald Acuna together do that, but I think Ozzie is even more outgoing than Ronald in the sense that on the field, Ronald shows emotion, no doubt about it. I think Ozzie is a little bit more stoic, but give him a moment to actually let it go. That home run last night, when he looks into the dugout, that is pure joy.
Yes.
When he did it on opening day, that is pure joy. I think he's the guy who's the energy on this team. I think Ronald's fun. I think Ozzie is the playing energy on this team. I'm really hoping after a month we go $7 million. We are back to having a bargain at second base.
I mean, if we get Ozzie back anywhere close to what he was when he was an All-Star, $7 million is an absolute bargain. Yeah, he's batting .355. He has a .960 OPS this year. So if you're wondering how good he is, right now he has the highest OPS on the team, I believe. Yeah, no, behind Drake Baldwin. He's second highest OPS on the team, Ozzie Albies, right now. So he's doing something right, and hopefully that continues.
It's interesting. You've hit him third, you've hit him sixth, and I don't know really what's going to play out lefty-righty on the mound, but I kind of like the idea that Ozzie maybe hides every once in a while. You know, he's sort of, okay, well, I know he's hitting third. I got Matt Olson hitting behind him. That could be good news. Move him down in the lineup, and maybe I'm asking the bottom of my lineup to have a little bit more pop, but also have the ability to get on base because this version of him has.
Very quietly, too. Michael Harris II's had a pretty solid year so far. I mentioned this in the local show here. He has the most highest exit velocity of any player on the team right now. He has 5 barrels as well. That leads the Braves. So he is providing some protection, at least for now as well. So I like this lineup. Michael Harris, Dominic Smith, Mauricio Dubon to close it out. Hopefully that is enough to get Ronald going, because when Ronald gets going, then things are going to be a whole lot of fun for this team. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get our prize picks of the day. He's Chris Domino and I'm Barrett Sully. This is the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you can win the grand prize, a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win. The Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
The Braves have over 20 gate giveaways this season, from bobbleheads to wearables. See them all at Braves.com/promos.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student center study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join me, Buck Ballou, with Kelly Kroll from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
We are covering all the bases on the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Wrapping things up here in the Truist Studios before we send you out west. Barrett Sully, Chris Domino with you. A reminder, you can cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES, and you'll get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. I'm going to do it again, Chris. Ronald Acuna Jr., at least one stolen base. Corbin Carroll, at least one walk. And Bryce Elder, even though I'm a big fan of Bryce Elder, less than 16.5 pitching outs. So less than 16.5 pitching outs for Bryce Elder. One stolen base, at least one stolen base for Ronald, and at least one walk for Corbin Carroll. That pays 11.5x.
All right, I will jump on the Ozzie thing. Hopefully you can keep it going a little bit. 1.5 hits, runs, RBI.
Okay.
I also think if I'm going to play for the money, I'll go Ozzie, hitting a double. I can actually pop my odds by 6 overall on that one. So I will take the 1.5 hits, run, RBI. I will also play the more than half a double, and I can actually jump my odds pretty significantly by putting it out there that it's a double as much as anything else.
That's a doubles park too, gap to gap. If you can get in that gap, then you can run for a long time. And Ozzie right now, he's been hot right now. We're talking about the average 355 among regulars. That's the highest on the team. And when you throw in the power and maybe the momentum generated from last night, then I think that's a real good play.
Again, I'm just looking for the pay, as we like to say. I want to tell you something real quick. Something came up in my timeline.
Okay.
If I would have told you in 1957, last year the Brooklyn Dodgers played in Brooklyn, you can get a bleacher ticket for 75 cents. But what if I told you on the sign, they told you what the breakdown of your 75 cents is? Like, what if the Dodgers were telling you, what you were paying for when you paid 75
like a
cents.
tax.
Yeah. So here it is. Visiting club got 27.5 cents. National League share, 5 cents. Federal tax, 7 cents. City tax, 3 cents. The Brooklyn club share was 32.5 cents. That is how your 75-cent bleacher seat.
It's like a hotel portfolio.
I never would have known sort of how the breakdown actually worked, but I'm looking at a sign that actually had 75 cents and where your 75 cents was going. 32.5 of that supported the old ball club.
That is, I never heard that.
10 cents served both the national and the city tax as well. So it was just sort of interesting as we talk about ticket prices and everything else that's going on in the world. I've never seen a breakdown of a baseball ticket.
I have never seen that.
I don't want to see it ever again. I don't want to find myself
love to know what it is right now.
Or anybody else frustrated, but I can tell you back in 1957, that is where your money went.
I would imagine if you did that today, it would look very, very different, and it might make some people mad, too. Before we wrap things up, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves radio network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
All right, Chris, so we've had a little bit of a roller coaster of emotion. 17-2, very easy win in game one. A nail biter last night that included a little bit of everything. Defense, you had great pitching, you had clutch home runs, you had a closer come in and get his first save. You had a little bit of everything in last night's drama. Just something in the middle. Like, let's not go with a full roller coaster. Let's kind of have something nice, easy, clean, so we don't have to sit here and stress all night.
It proved if you want to know in advance what a baseball game is going to do and how it's going to go, don't. You're better off not knowing, because we found out in the last 2 days you can actually get entertainment 2 different ways in baseball.
I thoroughly enjoyed the pitching matchup last night. I'm a sucker for a well-pitched game, so hopefully Bryce Elder and Michael Soroka can do that today. For Lucas Kochevar, for David Holloway, for Chris Domino, I'm Barrett Sallee. Braves, D-backs, Game 3 right now.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the official ticket marketplace of.
That ball was crushed.
And
did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of
Let's Go Braves!
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com. For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Strike 3.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey everyone, want to hear an amazing stat I learned from my doctor at Peachtree Orthopedics? He told me 90% of their patients get better without surgery. Once I heard that, my worries totally went away. I got the right diagnosis, followed by the recovery protocol with a little PT, and the next thing I knew, I was better. I can't believe I put it off as long as I did. I promise they have the right program for you too. Simple steps so you can get better. Call now to make an appointment or visit PeachtreeOrthopedics.com.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Technology can make you a better sports fan and a better driver. Use CarPlay or Android Auto to get the traffic on your dashboard while you listen to Chuck and Chernoff from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or on the Fan app.
This is Braves country, where history lives and legends rise. And now, the next chapter begins.
Acuna swings, gets into it, deep center, to the wall, streaking out of here. 2-run home run, Ronald Acuna, first pitch.
Atlanta, the Braves are back, and it's time to make some noise.
Swung on, high drive, deep right field, headed for the chop house. Gone! How about another grand slam home run for the Braves?
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Buy you some. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Hyundai, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators. Make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics. Same day, evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Yanmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. TimberTech decking and railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Score the most reliable internet at one price for 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. Pennington Grass Seed. Official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Servpro. When disaster strikes, call Servpro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight. The official freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power. The official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. Tonight, it's another big National League showdown in Phoenix as Michael Harris and the Braves face off against the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves baseball. Tonight from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, it's Game 3 in a series of 4 between the Braves and the Diamondbacks. On the mound for the Braves tonight, right-hander Bryce Elder, and he'll be opposed by a familiar face, right-hander Michael Soroka. Great to have you along with us tonight, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And I want to start with Bryce Elder, Darren. This is a guy that over the last few seasons, we saw him as an all-star. We've also seen him scuffle at times. It seems like he's really doing well with a new regime here. Brand new pitching coach Jeremy Hefner has had a major impact on him in a short amount of time. I don't know, you have high expectations for him this season.
I do. Bryce, people like to beat on him a little bit because he's not Chris Sale. He's not going to punch out the world. But he's a really good big league pitcher, and about 2/3 of the way through the year, last year in 2025, he made a big change on his slider, and since then he's been pretty darn good. And he put a lot of work in this offseason, added a couple new pitches, changed the grip, and I loved his post-game remarks from his last start that he said it's the most complete pitcher I feel like I've ever been in the major leagues. So he could be primed for some good success here. We'll see what he can do against this Diamondbacks lineup tonight.
Yeah, can't wait to see him out there. Meanwhile, he'll be opposed by Michael Soroka. We all know Mike, and he was, of course, a star with the Braves back in 2019. But if you watched Michael back then, he's a little bit different than what we're going to see tonight, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's completely changed his game. The Braves fans know him as a sinker baller, a ground ball guy, and now he's a power pitcher with a breaking ball that is it's pretty tough on hitters. Last start he absolutely dominated the Tigers with it, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. So that's the breaking ball that he has now. Before he's known for his sinker, so he's completely switched it up, made himself into a different pitcher, and I would say a better pitcher as well.
A lot of strikeouts for him last go round, but would you say the next hurdle for him is going deeper in games? Is he a guy that you just want to wait out?
Well, it's kind of new school versus old school, Ben, right? The new age of baseball, it's strike out as many guys as you can through 5 innings. And old school, Bryce Elder, I would say, a little more old school than Soroka. You want to go 7, maybe with 4 strikeouts. So it's a philosophical difference, but yes, Soroka does tend to throw more pitches and get more strikeouts because those strikeouts take a lot of pitches.
We'll see how this plays out tonight. Braves have won their last 3 and have outscored the opposition 24-3 in that 3-game winning streak. When we come back, we'll have the lineups. Right after that, we'll have the first pitch. Braves and Diamondbacks tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
When you need a little help, First Franklin Financial has loans that fit your life with payment plans to fit any budget. Come in today and meet the friendly Franklin folks. Visit oneffc.com to learn more.
Hey guys, it's Chris Domino. Have you noticed a damp, musky smell around your house? Or even worse, water in your finished basement or crawl space? That means it's time to pick up the phone and call the only foundation repair company in Atlanta with professional engineers on staff. Engineered Solutions of Georgia, they offer lifetime warranties from trusted professionals who will fix it right the first time. Do not wait until it's too late. Call 678-ESOG now.
678-ESOG now. The time to pursue your dreams is now, and the place is South College. With South College's Associate of Science in Health Science, you can focus on pre-nursing or pre-pharmacy. Each curriculum is designed to promote development of knowledge and skills. South College participates in a variety of financial aid programs for those who qualify, and academic guidance resources are readily available on campus. To find out more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus, visit south.edu. That's south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW Local 613. If you're a good electrician working non-union, you've probably been told just to stay where you are. But if you're a good electrician, you didn't learn your craft by listening to the naysayers. You figured it out for yourself. We've got a working agreement, great pay, retirement, family health coverage, protections, all written down, waiting for you. And a tremendous amount of opportunity for you right now. Take a look and then come work for a winning team. Go to IBEW613.org.
Make Brian Finner and John Michaels and me, Home Team Brandon Leak, your soundtrack at work weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Back at Chase Field, getting you ready for Game 3 in this series of 4 between the Braves and the Diamondbacks. By the way, the Braves have been playing some really good baseball in this ballpark, not just here recently, but last several years. In fact, the last 3 times the Braves have played a 4-game series here, they took 3 of those games, and they have a chance to do that or even better with 2 games left in this series, and they've won the last 2. Time now for the starting lineups. Those are brought to you by Georgia Power, powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the visiting Braves. This is game number 9 of the season, 153 left to be played after today. Braves are managed by Walt Weiss. They've won 3 straight, and the Braves come in with a record of 6-2, and that's good enough for first place in the East, a half game ahead of the Miami Marlins. Leading it off for the Braves today, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, catcher Drake Baldwin, and hitting third, first baseman Matt Olson. Batting cleanup, it's the third baseman Austin Riley. Hitting fifth, left fielder Mike Yastrzemski. Batting sixth, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting seventh, center fielder Michael Harris. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Dominic Smith. Batting ninth, shortstop Mauricio Dubon. And on the mound for the Braves, the right-hander Bryce Elder, making his second start of the year. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0. So once again for the Braves, it'll be Acuna, Baldwin, Olsen, Riley, Yastrzemski, Albies, Harris, Smith, Dubon, and Elder on the mound. Those are the Braves. Now for Torey Lovello's Diamondbacks. They are 3-5 this season. They're in second place in the West as they're 2.5 games back of the Dodgers. They'll lead it off tonight with their second baseman, Ketel Marte. Batting second, right fielder Corbin Carroll, and batting third, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Batting cleanup, catcher Gabriel Moreno. Batting fifth and making his first appearance in this series, the DH, Adrian Del Castillo. He'll be followed by the third baseman, Nolan Arenado, batting sixth. Batting seventh, first baseman Jose Fernandez, getting his first start in this series. Batting eighth, center fielder Alec Thomas. Batting ninth, left fielder Jorge Barrosa. And on the mound, the former Brave, Michael Soroka. He is 1-0 this season with an ERA of 0. Struck out 10 in his first outing, as that was against L.A. So once again for the Diamondbacks, it's Marte, Carroll, Perdomo, Moreno, Del Castillo, Arenado, Fernandez, Thomas, Barrosa, and Soroka on the mound. Those are the lineups. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch. Braves and Diamondbacks coming up tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You could win big every time. Go play Keno. Next in the verse, the Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win. Money win 1 time, 2 times. There's no limit. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It can happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot and home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
It's Atlanta Harley's Keep the Same Payment event. Trade your bike for a brand new 2026 Harley with no money out of pocket and keep the same payment. Ride out of Atlanta Harley with the same amount of cash you walked in with. Finance specialists on site with the best financing in Harley history. You don't need perfect credit. Don't need a cash down payment. Atlanta Harley has over 300 bikes in stock and the largest inventory in the state. Trade up today for a new Harley and keep the same payment at the Keep the Same Payment event only at Atlanta Harley.
On approved credit and Sunday.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best event, always.
The radio home of the Atlanta Braves is everywhere. Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips from our local shows by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
Great to be with you tonight. Game 3 in this series. Braves and the Diamondbacks has turned into a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in downtown Phoenix. Roof is open, 88 degrees, and the sunshine pouring in through the roof and hitting the stands down the right field line. Got a nice night for Game 3 of this series. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans savings on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with any Ford tire purchase. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Braves coming out of the first base dugout wearing the traveling gray uniforms. Gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the tomahawk. And that blue brood of vipers known as the Diamondbacks coming out of the third base dugout wearing their black uniform tops, white pants, Sedona red numerals and lettering outlined in teal, and their A logo on the left chest of those black uniforms. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is the crew chief Alfonso Marquez. First base umpire is Lance Barrett. Second base umpire Malachi Moore. And the third base umpire is Mike Estabrook. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. Get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Here's the leather for Arizona. Jose Fernandez is at first base today. Ketel Marte is at second base. Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, and Nolan Arenado is at third. In the outfield for the Diamondbacks, Jorge Barosa is in left field. Alec Thomas is the center fielder. Corbin Carroll is in right field. The catcher is Gabriel Moreno. And on the mound, the big righty out of Calgary, Alberta, Michael Soroka, 6'5", 250. He's 28 years old. He's making his second start of the season, and he's facing the team that he was drafted by, the Atlanta Braves. And, of course, you know all about Michael. Man sitting to my right, Darren O'Day, a good buddy with Mike Soroka, so we'll have lots of discussions about Mike today. He's ready to go. Ronald Acuna climbs in. First pitch of the game, and now for the ball game. First pitch up and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Starting up at 4:15 here locally in Phoenix, and 7:15 back in Atlanta, 6:15 Central. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Ronald Acuna swings in a ground ball to third base. Scooping it up, Nolan Arenado fires over to first base, and 1 down. Time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms are returning soon to a store near you. So Michael Soroka on the mound, and reading what these Braves batters are going to see tonight, going over a scouting report, very different from his scouting report 3-4 years ago.
Certainly, yeah. Braves fans probably remember Soroka for his power sinker, his changeup, and he had a little tight slider then.
Pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a ball high.
And Michael very purposefully and determinedly has changed his entire repertoire. Now he's a power pitcher. He switched that sinker for a 4-seamer, and he's got a really good slurvy breaking ball.
1-0 pitch. Baldwin takes a strike. Showed him a slurve there.
Yeah, that's his big time swing and miss pitch. Had 5 strikeouts on that in his last start. So that's going to be a big weapon for him.
1-1 to Drake Baldwin. I don't bounce one to first base, taken on 2 hops by Jose Fernandez. He takes it to the bag himself, and 2 down. That last outing for Soroka, he went 5 innings, no runs, 4 hits, a walk, and 10 strikeouts. And the 10 strikeouts matched a career high. He had 10 strikeouts in a game against the Dodgers last June. He had 10 strikeouts versus the Tigers in his last go-round. Also had an immaculate inning in that game. 2 down for Matt Olson. No score in the top of the first inning. There's a ball high. That last outing became the 3rd Canadian-born pitcher to throw an immaculate inning in a Major League game, joining Cal Quantrill and Rich Harden as the other 2 to do that. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. And Matt takes a called strike. Of course, for Soroka in his career, 21-26, his career record. This is his 93rd Major League appearance. And the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. 7 years in the big leagues. Braves, White Sox, Nationals, Cubs, and Diamondbacks. And it was the Braves who took him 28th overall in 2015. And he signed with the Braves over his commitment to play collegiately at Cal. 2-1 pitch. A little bit high. 3-1. Altogether, he was with the Braves for 4 seasons in the big leagues. In 2019, at NLDS. What a performance. 7 innings, 1 run, and a game against the Cardinals. Just wish he had pitched more than that 1 game. Looking back on that series, there's a ball outside and a walk to Matt Olson.
You talk about those 10 strikeouts in his first start, and that fits his game now. He's really focusing on strikeouts. A few years back, he figured out that you can hang around a long time and get paid a bunch of money if you can strike a bunch of guys out. So he's very methodically worked on having some of the nastiest pitches in the league, especially, like, as I mentioned, that slurve.
2 down for Austin Riley. First pitch all the way to Austin. He swings and fouls 1 back. So strikeout's pretty good for business these days, huh?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, everybody in this age of power hitting and everybody can take you deep. 10 teams really chase those guys that can miss bats. They can get swing and miss and rack up those strikeouts. It's hard to score a run when you're striking out a bunch.
No score, top of the first inning. Runner at first and 2 down. Austin Riley takes a slurve for a strike. 0-2 on Riley. He's gone 2 for 8 in this series. There's 2 hits in game 1 of this series when the Braves scored 17 runs and won 17-2. Won last night 2-0. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way from Soroka to Riley. Right on right matchup. There's a ball high, 1-2. If Riley can reach, Yastrzemski would come to the plate. Ray's been making some noise in the first inning of the previous 2 games. Homer in game 1 last night, stranded runners at first and third, could not drive anyone in. There's the 1-2 pitch. Riley takes a ball inside. It took a great defensive play last night in the first inning to keep the Braves from scoring a first inning run. But right now, a 2-2 count on Austin Riley. Matt Olson being held by Jose Fernandez over at first base. There's the 2-2 pitch. Riley swings and fouls one off. Up into the seats along the first base line.
Ben, I always found it challenging to face my former team. And looking at this matchup right now, Soroka versus Riley, these two are really close buddies. They stay in touch a lot. And there's always that added element of pride. You know, maybe there's a little money riding on this at bat between those two.
Almost like facing your brother. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Riley fouls one off the inside of his foot.
Yeah, and you know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and it's spy versus spy. You know, you're trying to figure out how to get your buddy out, and that at bat always means a little bit more than the rest.
No score, top of the first inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Riley. Matt Olson takes a lead at first base, held by Fernandez. Matt walked just a moment ago. 2-2, a called third strike. Got a fastball over at 95, and that ends the top of the first inning for the Braves. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Diamondbacks coming up when we come back.
Hey, Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit aeroexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit aeroexterminators.com.
Imagine parking your Lexus NX in front of a cafe, but you're not in the driver's seat. You're outside, virtually parking it with your phone. As your finger glides over the touchscreen, the NX makes another precision move. The Lexus NX, featuring available advanced park with remote park. Any car that doesn't offer this sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Always pay attention to vehicle surroundings during use. Remote park requires operator to have key fob and interact with compatible smartphone. Review owner's manual instructions before operating.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
All value games at Truist Park get you $15 tickets, $10 parking, food and beverage offers, and more. Learn more at Braves.com/value.
Start your weekend with the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Crawl, Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Into the bottom of the first inning here at Chase Field in Phoenix. No score. It'll be Marte, Carroll, and Perdomo coming up for the Diamondbacks. And here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson is at first base. Ozzie Albies, the second baseman. Mauricio Dubon, the shortstop. And Austin Riley's at third base. In the Braves outfield, Mike Yastrzemski out in left field. Michael Harris patrolling center. Ronald Acuna on the prowl in right field. Drake Baldwin, the catcher. And on the mound, the 26-year-old right-hander Bryce Elder. 6'2", 220 out of Decatur, Texas, making his second start of the year. First pitch swinging, a fly ball to left field. A little bit of carry to it. Backpedaling shy of the track, Yastrzemski. 1 pitch and 1 down. Marte now 1 for 9 in this series. That'll bring Corbin Carroll up to the plate. Talking about Bryce Elder, his one previous start versus the A's on March 30th. 6 shutout innings, Darren. He was outstanding. 5 strikeouts, got a win, and he's hoping for a lot more of that and then some the rest of the season.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his post-game comments after that start.
One down for Corbin Carroll, and he takes a fastball for a strike.
You know, at this level, it's always a work in progress, right? And Bryce has done a lot of work this offseason, and during last season and after his last start, he said, this is the most complete I've felt on the mound. And you hear a guy say that means something. You should notice that.
Well, 1 to Carroll. Left-handed hitter fouls one back. 0-2.
And, you know, Bryce he's going to answer the bell every 5 days. Not a lot of Braves fans love seeing him out there. But I think if you really look into it, he's a pretty good pitcher. He's made the All-Star team. And if you hear him say that after a game, it means a lot.
0-2, a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's added a new pitch this year. He's added a cutter. He's changed the grip on his changeup. He's really happy with that as well.
1-2 on the way. Swung on, missed. Used a slider. And he has his first strikeout of the game. 2 down in the inning. That's our Gas South bringing the Heat strikeout. Just like Bryce Elder, Gas South is bringing the Heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas rates. Speaking of the slider, it's something that you were looking at and kind of showing me before the game about last season when things got significantly better with his slider. And that happened towards the end of the season. And he feels like he's got a much better idea of what he's doing with that pitch now. There's a ball outside, and it made a big difference to him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a better slider. He's got, as I mentioned, a new changeup and a new pitch, the cutter. So that makes sense.
1-0 Perdomo. There's a ball outside.
Yeah, last summer, one of the coaching staff noticed a little change in his slider. One little tiny tweak added 7 inches of drop to that pitch.
2-0 Perdomo. Reach and a miss. There's the slider, 2-1.
And 7 inches is a massive difference in a presentation to a hitter. And so after that, he had under a 3 ERA his last 7 starts. Had more strikeouts than hits over 44 innings pitched. And if you're doing that, you're pitching really well. So he's looking to carry that momentum into this season.
No score in the first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball outside, 3-1. Well, the graph you're showing me, the metrics completely changed on that pitch once he made that adjustment. 3-1 to Perdomo. In the air towards left. Mike Yastrzemski to his right. He's under it, and he's there. Makes the catch. Down they go 1-2-3. So a couple of flyouts and a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Diamondbacks. We go to the top of the second. No score.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Tune in every weekday morning at 7:45 for Atlanta Braves Today. And listen for your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Into the top of the second here in Phoenix. No score. Great to have you with us tonight. Hope you've had a really good Saturday and turning into a Saturday evening. Braves and the Diamondbacks in the third game of this series. Braves won game 1, 17-2 on Thursday night. Then won last night 2-0. And the Braves enter the action today in sole possession of first place. It's the first time they've had sole possession of first place in the East since May 1st, 2024, when they owned a 20-9 record and a half-game lead over the Phillies. And then the Braves went 702 consecutive days without an outright lead in the division until this morning. Mike Yastrzemski takes a called strike. And I know this is just the 9th game of the season. We got a long way to go, but first place is always a fun place to be.
Yeah, these Braves are doing a lot of things right early this season.
A 1 to Yastrzemski. All low and inside. Second inning means it's the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And all season long, in the second inning, if the Braves steal a base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free marathon gas cards. 1-1 from Soroka. A little bit low, 2 balls and a strike. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 2-1 on Mike Yastrzemski. He's gone 1 for 5 in this series. 2-1 pitch. Just missed with a slurve. 3 balls and a strike. Soroka had 1 walk in the first inning, also a strikeout. 3-1 pitch and a strike. That time got a fastball over. Of course, for Soroka, our hearts broke with him when he had those awful Achilles injuries back when he was coming up with the Braves and into the big leagues with the Braves, and just setback after setback with those Achilles injuries. And it's so good to see him healthy and in a big league uniform. 3-2 pitch on the way to Yastrzemski. That'll be fouled back. Young man that was an incredible athlete growing up. Went the baseball route over hockey. He was a really good hockey player. And he was traded from the Braves to the White Sox in the Aaron Bummer deal. 3-2 pitch. And there's ball 4 high. Leadoff walk here in the second inning.
That's a good way to put it, Ben. I'll never forget the day that Soroka tore his second Achilles, when he tore it the second time. And I was sitting in New York City traffic, and he called me, and you're right, it was like heartbreaking. I could feel the anguish, because when you do that twice, even when you do it once, but especially twice, you never know if you're going to get back to the level of performance you were before.
Ozzie Albies, the batter, picks ball low and in, because at that point, it wasn't just will he pitch again. It was what's his quality of life going to be like the rest of the way.
That's a devastating injury. It's so much of your force is produced by that Achilles tendon, and he's worked really hard to get back to where he is.
No score, top of the second. Ozzie Albies swings and misses. That time got a cutter by him. Ozzie, one of the heroes last night. It's been a great series for Ozzie, as he's gone 5 for 9, hit the home run in the 9th inning last night to give the Braves a 1-0 lead. And that was followed up by a home run from Matt Olson. There goes the runner. Pitch swung on and missed. Now Yastrzemski goes back to first base, dives in, snap throw not in time. Boy, he took off, and then something happened, Darren, about halfway, slammed on the brakes and went back to the bag.
Yeah, he had such a good jump. I'm surprised he put it in reverse there. I thought he would have second base standing up.
Catcher Moreno threw down to second, and the throw down was caught by the shortstop Perdomo, who then fired over to first base to try to get Yastrzemski, and not in time. Maybe got a little gun shy over there at first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Soroka set right at the belly. Now he fires over to first base and back into the dive, Yastrzemski.
One of the keys early in this game, I think, is getting Soroka's pitch count up. 2 walks already. That's great. We talked about last night how this Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen is really struggling.
1-2. Low and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And we talked about Soroka strikeouts. He likes to strike guys out. He ends up throwing a lot of pitches. And if you can get that count up early, then, he can only work so long. That 5-inning start, he threw 89 pitches in 5 innings to get those 10 punch outs.
There's another part to that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a bouncer off the glove of Soroka. Rolls halfway between first and the mound. Picked up by Soroka. Toss to first, gets the out. Down to second for Yastrzemski. And Ozzie cut down 1-3 on the putout. If you can successfully do that, then you furthermore dive into a bullpen that's been beaten up pretty badly the last 2 days.
Yeah, absolutely. Last night, Paul Sewald, the Diamondbacks closer, gave up those 2 solo home runs that ended up costing them the game. And as the other members of the bullpen watched that, the pressure builds on them to perform the next 2 games.
Bat in the hands of Michael Harris, runner at second, 1 out. Michael takes a first pitch cutter on the inside corner for a strike.
And Soroka's got amazing stuff. He's going to be really tough to handle, but that leash is limited. How long they're going to let him go?
He's up to 30 pitches already. We're in the top of the second. 0-1 pitch. Harris swings and misses over the top of a changeup. Braves have seen Soroka once before as an opposing pitcher. That was last year. Made one start versus the Braves. Got a no decision. Harris 2 for 8 in the series. Left-handed batter. And the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, laid off a slurve. Braves have been very good at early runs here in the first week plus of the season. Last night, of course, notwithstanding, winning the game 2-0 and both runs coming in the ninth. But outside of that, a lot of production early in games. Looking for some more right here. 1-2 pitch. Harris fouls back the fastball.
And we're going to keep that pitch count in mind. This is a nice at bat by Michael. The better the pitcher's stuff, the harder it is to have a long at bat to foul off those tough pitches. So the Braves know everything I'm talking about. So I'm sure that was one of their goals early in the game.
1-2 pitch. He connects, and it's a fly ball to deep center. Sprinting back, Alec Thomas, still back at the track, at the wall, and right at the wall makes the catch. Yastrzemski was halfway between second and third, and he has to go back. It's 4:07 back there. He hit it to the wall, and Alec Thomas, who can cover so much ground, absolutely hits the spot perfectly and brings it in. That's a great play.
Yeah, he's done that so many times this series. Even though the Braves have done a good job scoring runs here, he has probably saved 3 or 4 out there by himself in center field.
So now 2 down. Here comes Dominic Smith. First pitch to Smith in there for a called strike. You just never know when it's hit to straightaway center here. Number 1, because it's so deep. Number 2, because of Alec Thomas. He is so good at playing center field in this ballpark. Well, 1 to Smith. Missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Dominic. Dominic 1 for 4 with a homer in this series. His homer was in game 1. It led off the 3rd inning. And he bats here in the top of the second with a runner at second base. 1-1 off the plate. Tried a changeup. Didn't get a bite on it.
Something else new about Soroka this year is he's added a cutter to his repertoire, and he's going to throw that a lot. These lefties are going to see it a lot. He was pounding Matt Olson on the inner half of the plate with it. Dominic Smith might see a couple here.
There's the 2-1 to Smith. A check swing, and he did not go against the slurve. So a 3-1 count on Smith now. Walt Weiss has thrown a lot of praise at the bottom of his order. His hitters at the bottom of the order have been very good here in the first week of the season. Looking for another big moment here. 3-1 in there for a strike, 3-2. And lots of balance top to bottom, lots of production from the guys at the bottom. And that's on the shoulders of Dominic Smith to continue that here in the top of the second inning. Yastrzemski will be running on contact. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And Soroka steps off the back of the rubber. If Smith can reach, Dubon would come to the plate. And the 3-2. Slap to the left side, a base hit in the left field. Here comes Yaz around third. Here's the throw out of left by Barossa. It's off the mark, and it's 1-0 Braves. Down to second on the throw, Dominic Smith. Pulled it through the left side between Perdomo and Arenado. And scores Yastrzemski, and it's 1-0 Atlanta in the second.
What a beautiful piece of hitting there by Dom Smith. The high four-seamer. Didn't try to hit it over the fence, just slapped through that hole on the left side. Got an early game RBI. We talked about it so often. Early game runs change the way the game flowed the rest of the night. So you get that lead. It's so important.
Boy, how clutch has Dominic Smith been for the Braves? He's been terrific to begin this season. Here's Mauricio Dubon, 1-0 Atlanta. And Dubon takes a slurve outside.
Also, some sloppy baseball, Diamondbacks allowing Dom Smith to go to second. Now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. You got to hit your cutoff man, put that uncertainty in that base runner's mind.
Base hit could lead to another run. Smith ready to run on contact. 1-0 pitch to Bond with a high fly ball to right. Corbin Carroll going back now, coming in, and in right field makes the catch. But the Braves pick up a run. They cash in the leadoff walk. That's a good sign. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Braves 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
Xfinity tech support. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without... But no worries. Our Wi-Fi boosted mobile keeps you connected in all kinds of places.
Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
A Braves game day is about great fans and great food. And the original Louisiana hot sauce makes everything you eat at the ballpark hit like a home run in your mouth. Our peppery kick and a pinch of tang bring out the best in whatever you're eating between innings. Wings, dogs, nachos, chicken tenders. A splash of Bayou flavor brings every bite up a notch. So while the Braves go for the win on game day, you can win at game day eating with the original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
The more you match, the more you win. Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes playing Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Save time during your workday commute when you rely on your smartphone. Get real-time traffic reports from the app of your choice while you listen to the radio home of the Braves, only on the Fan app.
With the Braves leading 1-0, we go to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Moreno, Del Castillo, and Arenado for the Diamondbacks here in the second. Folks, the original Louisiana hot sauce keeps the flavor bases loaded with 3 simple ingredients: peppers, vinegar, and salt. And flavor that always hits is exactly why the original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Bryce Elder had a 1-2-3 first inning, had a strikeout in there. Goes back to work against Moreno. First pitch in there called strike. Did I just hear you two in between innings contemplating approaching Randy Johnson, who's in the press box tonight, for an autograph?
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a ball outside, 1-1. That might be the most intimidating man to ask for.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Jay Chad saw him in the food room here on the press level, and I said, did you ask him for an autograph? And he said, no, I didn't.
There's the 1-1. That'll miss low, 2-1.
But if we come back, I'm going to bring my scorecard from his perfect game, and I said, yeah, he's not a big fan of signing stuff, right? He famously turned down teammates' autograph requests.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to third and foul. Turned down his own teammates?
I can't 100% verify that, but I've heard it from so many people. I believe it to be true. So it's hard to believe.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
That's right.
Case. No, that would be a cool thing to have. That was Jay Chad's first day working at 680.
Oh, wow.
It was the Randy Johnson perfect game at Atlanta. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Gabriel Moreno. Ground ball fouled off over there by the Diamondback dugout.
He certainly is an intimidating presence. Now a avid photographer, works a lot of games. I'm guessing that's what he's doing here.
The 2-2 pitch. Line drive up the middle. Turned around a fastball for a base hit in the left center field. Harris up with it, sends it in. And a leadoff single for Gabriel Moreno. That'll bring Del Castillo up to the plate. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen his logo for his photography company.
Yeah.
The dead bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clever. Here is Adrian Del Castillo. He's been up and down with the Diamondbacks last few seasons. This is his first appearance this year. Played in 44 games a year ago and batted .242. Left-handed hitter. And he takes a called strike. Diamondbacks without Jordan Lawler, as he was hit in the wrist in game 1 of this series, suffered a fractured wrist, and he's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Ball a little bit low and outside. They're going to piece it together with Tim Tawa and Jorge Barrosa in left field. And now they bring up Adrian Del Castillo, who's the DH today. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch. Bouncer fouled on the first base line, 1-2. These Diamondbacks managed by Torey Lovullo, 60 years old. He's in his 10th season managing in Arizona. Had 5 winning seasons. Won the National League pennant in 2023 before bowing out in the World Series to the Rangers. 1-2. Check swing. They appeal. Strike 3. Got him on a slider. Second strikeout by Elder. And one down here in the second inning.
Yeah, both Elder strikeouts tonight. Left-handers with that slider. It's a really unique slider because it doesn't break at all away from a righty into a lefty. So it really just goes straight down and sometimes even breaks away from a lefty. So last year, lefties, of all his pitches, they really struggle with that slider.
That was a big tumbler. Here's Nolan Arenado. Right on right matchup. Arenado takes a called strike. By the way, Torey Lovullo, longest tenured manager in franchise history here, and the winningest manager in franchise history. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Arenado check swing. He went. 0-2. Lovullo, son of the longtime television producer Sam Lovullo. His dad was the producer of the comedy variety show Hee Haw for several years. There's a ball low and inside. 1-2. Lovullo's had a good run here in Arizona. 1-2 on Nolan Arenado. Guy with 10 gold gloves on his mantle, 6 platinum gloves. One-two pitch. Line drive up the middle past the diving Ozzie Albies and a base hit into center field. Down to second for Moreno. It's a single out of Nolan Arenado. It almost hit the foot of Bryce Elder on his path back, and then it was just out of the reach of Ozzie Albies. So between Elder's foot, the mound, and maybe second, thought that might catch something and slow it down. They just whistled on through.
Yeah, both hits surrendered this inning. 2 strike base hits. Bryce doing a good job of getting ahead. We're just not able to put him away.
Runners at first and second for Jose Fernandez. He's 3 for 9 in the young season. Got to see him the other night. First pitch to him shows bunt, bunts it down the third base line. A good one. Elder's got it. Fires down to first. It's off the mark and down the right field line. In to score Moreno. To third base now Arenado. He runs to a stop sign, and he's going to come in and score. And on the throwing error by Elder, it's 2-1 Diamondbacks.
I'd say, Ben, I could see that one coming. Bryce, usually a pretty good fielder, but that was a perfect bunt. And as he approached it, he looked to his right to see if Austin Riley was going to make a play on it. Austin stayed home correctly. And, you got that much going on. You got to get rid of that quick. That's a low percentage throw for a pitcher.
So now 2-1 Diamondbacks, runner at second. One that Bryce would like to have to do over again. There's Alec Thomas. Ball up and in. So it is a single for Jose Fernandez, but the runners advance on the E1, and both runs come in on that error. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off the gear of Drake Baldwin.
And I believe that's the right scoring decision, right? Because it was such a good bunt. Bryce really had almost no chance to get him at first. Probably should have tried a pump fake, see if you can get that runner coming around third base.
Ball and a strike on Alec Thomas. Pitch on the way. That'll be swung on, miss, 1-2. And you can just imagine, at least for people like me who've never been down there, I can imagine it. You know exactly what it feels like to make a play like that and try to clear it out of your mind while trying to concentrate on the next batter. That sounds impossible.
Yes.
But you got to be so frustrated. 1-2 pitch, got him swinging. Good fastball. So 2 down in the inning and his third strikeout.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It certainly is a challenge. And I'm guessing Bryce wasn't expecting that bunt when it happened. You know, we just don't see a ton of bunting in today's game. So he wasn't mentally prepared for it. Now that he's made that error, it makes it even harder to get back into your groove and continue to make good pitches.
Well, there's no time to just sit there and think about the frustrations. Barossa takes a ball low. That next batter's coming up, and you got to deal to him. And there's the mental side of the game that you preach all the time about having to quickly clear away frustration and focus on the next batter. Really tough to do. 2-1 Diamondbacks in the second. 1-0 to Barossa. Sent foul into the seats of the second deck along the left field line.
Yeah, when I played, I threw my fair share of balls out in the center field on double plays or down the right field line on bunt attempts. And, it's like your head is ringing. You're trying to get yourself back under control.
1-1 pitch. Barossa rolls over towards second. Ground ball to Ozzie. He's got it. Throws it over to first base and gets the fleet foot Jorge Barossa as he was burning down the line. There's out number 3. 2 runs in the inning, both coming in on the air. There were 3 hits in the inning and a man left on base. We go to the top of the third inning. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Your smart speaker could help make the workday fly by or keep you company before the Braves take the field. Tell your smart speaker, play 680 The Fan.
Top of the order coming up with the Braves here in the top of the third inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. 2 unearned runs there in the bottom of the second on the throwing error by Bryce Elder. And the Braves will try to get some revenge for that here in the top of the third with Ronald Acuna leading off. Folks, get Wi-Fi so reliable, it never gets caught looking. Get it at one price for the next 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you from Chase Field in Phoenix. 2-1 Diamondbacks into the top of the third. Ronald Acuna 0 for 1 with a ground out to third base. Takes the ball inside with a first pitch fastball. Ronald with all the green accessories tonight with the green cleats. That guard on his left knee, green, the same color as his batting gloves. 1-0 pitch fouled back. It's a good Easter color, isn't it?
Yeah, he's very festive. Yeah, he's ready.
He's 2 for 9 in this series. Michael Soroka into his windup, brings the 1-1. And Acuna takes a strike, slurved through the front door. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ronald. One-two pitch. Acuna takes a ball outside. Like we mentioned, keeping an eye on the Soroka pitch count. It's up to 46 here in the third inning. He had a one-hopper ricochet off his glove last inning that if he stabs, would have saved him a bunch of bullets. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Acuna swings and fouls back a curveball. Braves with a 3-game winning streak entering the action tonight. They've outscored their opponents 24-3 in the 3 games leading up to this one. Braves had one big game of 17-2, really bumped up the run differential. 2-2 is high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. But at the same time, Braves pitching has been so good. Braves have allowed 2 runs or fewer in each of their first 6 wins. They've got a sub-1 ERA in those victories. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ronald with a ground ball fouled on the third baseline. I read a number like that, and I know it's only been 8 games coming into tonight, but that tells me immediately the pitchers are enjoying a new pitching coach and everything that comes with that, and just kind of a fresh start for them.
Yeah, I think that is the case.
3-2. And ball 4. Ronald takes a sinker up and in. Third walk allowed by Soroka.
And we keep talking about his pitch count. That was an 8-pitch walk. So that's part of Soroka's game. He's going to throw a lot of pitches and go for that strikeout every time. But, yeah, I think, it's very early in the season, but one of the biggest changes the Braves made this year was bringing in pitching coach Jeremy Hefner. And the early reviews are just raving that he is awesome and might attribute some of that early success to him.
Pickoff over to first base. Ronald back in with a dive. You couple that with a couple of really good catchers, and things are pretty good for the pitchers right now.
Yeah, that Hefner communication is so important as a pitching coach. And I've heard he's flying colors in that. Every inning, if you want to talk, he's there for you. If not, that's fine.
Drake Baldwin takes a ball low and in.
And then just the game planning and the pitch design. And a lot of these Braves pitchers have tweaked a grip or added a new pitch. Grant Holmes added that cutter last night, looked really good. Bryce Elder also added a cutter. So there's a lot of things going on in this Braves pitching staff now.
There goes Acuna. 1-0 to Baldwin. There's a strike. Go down to second base. Head first slide, and they got him. Gabriel Moreno got a pretty good pitch to throw down. He delivered a strike down there to Perdomo. And Acuna caught stealing for the second time this season.
Well, he got a great jump there. A really quick transfer by Moreno and a perfect throw. All Perdomo had to do was drop the tag on Ronald.
Put it right on his belt as he was coming in with a head-first dive. 1-1, and Baldwin hits one way up in the air to deep right field. Carroll going back to the warning track, circling off his route, and that comes down into his glove. 2 down here in the third inning. That'll put the bat in the hands of Matt Olson. Matt hit that home run last night in the 9th inning, gave the Braves a 2-0 lead. They won by that same score. He is now sitting on 290 career home runs after his 9th inning blast last night. Offering to Olson, there's a called strike. He's also played in 790 consecutive games entering the action today. Closing in on some milestones. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Olson takes a strike. Changeup just scraped the outside corner. Diamondbacks leading 2-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Braves got an RBI single from Dominic Smith in the second. And then at the bottom of the inning, Diamondbacks scored 2 runs on a throwing error by Bryce Elder. 0-2 from Soroka. Olson hits one well towards the gap in right center field. Back to the wall and one hopping off the 413 marker. And he'll cruise into second with a double. That ball was crushed towards right center field. And finally one that Alec Thomas couldn't go get.
That's how hard Olson hit it. 109 off the bat. And I was looking at Soroka and Moreno, the catcher, after that pitch. And Soroka said, was it high enough? And Moreno just kind of shrugged his shoulders. So there might have been some indecision or some predictability on that 2-strike pitch. Olson sitting on that high fastball.
So he's in scoring position for Austin Riley. Riley, the only strikeout victim for Soroka to this point. Right on right matchup. Riley takes a ball inside, first pitch sinker. Braves got a clutch 2-out single from Dominic Smith last inning to score Mike Yastrzemski. We're now in search of the same thing right here, looking for a 2-out knockout of Riley. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. 95 with a fastball from Soroka. 1-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul, arcing its way into the second deck along the first base line. So 1-2 on Riley. Riley 2 for 9 in this series, and he's due. Batting .207 to begin the season. Driven in 2 runs. 1-2 pitch. That time laid off a slurve away. Count level 2-2. The Diamondbacks in the bottom of the inning will also have the top of their order due up. And the Braves trying to tie this game, trailing by a run here in the third. Riley tapping the bat on his right shoulder. Soroka brings it. Riley a check swing, he went. Slider got him. Fooled there for the second time. And that ends the top of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Into the bottom of the third we go. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Hey, Braves fans. Spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Harris II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful, off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Hey, Braves fans, Buck Ballou here reminding you to get your sports fix the easy way. Tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Third, it's a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks, and before Ketel Marte checks in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves radio network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
It's the top of the order for the Diamondbacks, starting with Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 in the game, 1 for 9 in the series. Bryce Elder out of the windup. First pitch here in the inning, ball a little bit low and outside. Marte, 32 years old, from the Dominican. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Marte. That's in for a called strike. Ketel's wife, Elisa, is a cousin of Toronto's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. They're cousin-in-laws, they like to say. Those two very close. That's a pretty good baseball family there. You like that? Cousin-in-laws?
I do.
There's a 1-1 pitch. Marte takes a called strike. He is currently the Diamondbacks' longest tenured player. 2017 to the present day. 2026 season marks his 10th with the club. That's tied with Nick Ahmed for the longest tenure in franchise history, believe it or not. There's the 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a slider. Elder gets the strikeout, his 4th of the game, and 1 down.
Boy, that's a really nasty slider there. Ketel Marte, he's a dangerous hitter because his swing is so quick from both sides of the plate. And so if you're coming inside to him, you better be very careful where you put it. But Bryce, perfect back foot slider there. Looks like a fastball ends up down there in the dirt. Hard to lay off of.
1 down for Corbin Carroll, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Elder fans the glove in front of his face, wind up in the first pitch, a little bit low and outside. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. All inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Learn more at GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy. Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0 pitch fouled back into the screen.
These Diamondbacks been struggling to score against this Braves pitching staff, and I think it's because these top 3 hitters, Marte, Carroll, and Perdomo, thus far 2 for 22. They're the guys to get this offense off the ground.
2-1 just missed. 3 balls and a strike.
When you go into a series, you circle a guy you don't want to beat you. That's probably the guy in the box here, but Marte and Perdomo right behind him.
There's the 3-1 and ball 4. Missed away with a slider. Yeah, to that point, I'd imagine those are the guys circled in those pre-series pitchers meetings.
Yes. Yeah, it's a pretty good gauntlet here. You know, last year playing these Diamondbacks later in the year, just thinking, man, how are we going to make it through the top of this lineup? Because they were firing on all cylinders at the time, and you know, luckily these 3 at the top of their order are scuffling a little bit right now. And you know, before today, they'd only scored 2 runs in the first 2 games. So Braves pitching staff, credit to them for neutralizing these top 3 very skilled hitters.
Bat in the hands of Geraldo Perdomo. Switch hitting shortstop, batting from the left side. First pitch he sees in for a called strike. Started him off with a slider. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Braves. A lot of speed at first in Corbin Carroll. Got a good lead over there. That draws the attention of Elder, who fires over.
So, Ben, I just noticed that Alfonso Marquez called time before that pickoff. Geraldo Perdomo asked for time in the box. So that pickoff will not count as a disengagement.
Well, he's still at 0 disengagements. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Matt's got it. Wheels and throws. There's one down at second. Back to first base. Double play. They make that look so easy. That is slick as it can be. 3-6-3 on the double play, and that ends the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. To the top of the 4th we go. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always. Jeff Framcore only appears on one radio station in Atlanta. Get the latest on the Braves and the biggest MLB headlines every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Tim Darren and Jay Chad with you. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, one of the nation's leading and largest cancer programs. Northside is built to beat cancer. Game 3 of this series. 1 game left to be played in this series as we're here for 4. We know that Brandon Faught will go for the Diamondbacks tomorrow. That'll be a 4:10 first pitch Eastern, 3:10 Central, and 1:10 here for us locally in Phoenix. Mike Yastrzemski leads off, takes a called strike. Mike walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Only Braves run to this point. Fouled back into the screen. 0-2. They'll be followed by Ozzie Albies. Ozzie swinging over there in the on-deck circle. Good Saturday crowd. Probably the biggest crowd of this series to this point. Last night they announced 29,192. They were well over 30,000 a day. Really nice day in downtown Phoenix. Here's the 0-2. That'll be fought off foul just down to our left. Yeah, big sports weekend here in Phoenix as they got, of course, these games taking place between the Braves and the Diamondbacks. And right down the street, the women's Final Four, as they'll have their national championship there tomorrow. The 0-2 pitch. Ball outside. I believe that's UCLA and South Carolina.
Yep.
In the national championship for the ladies.
Yeah, big brouhaha on the court after the semifinal game yesterday.
Yeah, it got wild, didn't it?
It did.
1-2 pitch. Yastrzemski swings and misses at a high fastball. 3 strikeouts for Soroka. And 1 down here in the 4th inning. Ozzie Albies to the plate. Hit that homer last night. And that was his 427th career extra base hit, moving him into the top 10 in franchise history for extra base hits in a Braves uniform. He's going to smack one to second, taken on 1 bounce by Marte. Marte didn't even have to move his feet. He's got it, goes over to first base, and 2 down. But anytime you're top 10 in any organization, in anything, that's pretty amazing, especially a franchise as old as the Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Ozzie's, you kind of identify Ozzie with the Braves and vice versa. You know, he's just been so steady there at second base for such a long time. So that's, you know, that's a little feather in his hat to make it in the top 10 there. Sure, that's not the last category he'll do that with.
Michael Harris to the plate, takes ball outside. 2-1 Diamondbacks, top of the 4th. Michael Harris 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. He's 2 for 9 in the series. We'll watch a changeup float by outside. 2 balls, no strikes. For Soroka, up to 69 pitches in the game. So while the Braves are trailing, they wanted to get that pitch count up pretty high early, and they've done that. Here comes number 70. Strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, this is an important at bat here. If you can extend this inning, get that pitch count up a little bit more, like I said, you can jump into that Diamondbacks bullpen earlier.
2-1 fouled back, 2-2.
But a quick out here gets Soroka back to closer to where he wants to be on his pitch count. This would be his fastest inning, least pitch inning by far.
Yeah, this next pitch will be his 11th here in the 4th inning. Out of the windup. Steps and brings a 2-2. And Harris bounces one up the middle, base hit. That rolls across the turf in center field. Takes a big turnaround first, then slams on brakes. Well, it's a 2-out single out of Michael Harris. Burned it right back through the middle.
Yeah, Harris has been hitting the ball so hard. And like I said, that's an important at bat. That hit, that just extends the inning. Now you got Dom Smith coming up, a veteran hitter. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to get a professional at bat out of him. So you're trying to win that war of attrition here against Michael Soroka.
Inning continues for Dominic Smith. He's driven in the only Braves run of the game. And Dominic fouls one off twice. That was fouled down. Then the recoil of his swing caught the bat, or caught the ball, I should say, and sent it down the third base line. No homers yet for the Braves in this game. Braves with 12 homers this season, tied with the Dodgers coming into the action today for the most across the league. Then a power surge early. Well, one swung on, missed. (0-2) on Dominic Smith. He requests time. It's granted by home plate umpire Alfonso Marquez. He digs back into the left-hand batter's box, gripping his two-tone bat with bright red batting gloves. Waiting on the righty Soroka. Here it comes. 0-2 pulled foul. Hits the railing of the Braves dugout. Not a whole lot of empty space on that railing. A lot of those Braves players draped over the railing. Best seat in the house down there. Michael Harris takes his lead at first. There he goes. 0-2 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, slicing towards foul territory, and that is out of play. Just over the railing down the left field line into the corner.
Hey, Ben, you mentioned all those Braves draped over the dugout railing, and that's because it's a beautiful night for baseball here. You know, if it were 100 degrees, those guys would be back in the clubhouse with their feet kicked up on a couch somewhere.
Yeah, it's been a very pleasant stay in Arizona in terms of the weather. And mostly in the 80s. Oh, too low it in. Like we mentioned last night, we're so used to coming here and it'll be 110 degrees, 104 degrees. And that's just the norm. But this being the first road trip of the year, being here the first week of April, it's been very pleasant. Pick off to first, and Harris back in with a dive. I can't imagine how many rounds of golf you would get in if you lived out here, especially this time of year when it's this nice.
You know me well.
I don't think we'll be able to get you off the course. 1-2 pitch. Smith hits it foul into the seats along the left field line.
Well, there's a reason that Phoenix probably, I don't know this for sure, but I'd venture to say that Phoenix has more Major League Baseball players living here than any other city. Not just because spring training's here, but because you're out playing baseball during the hottest months. You come back here, it's beautiful when you're at home. So a lot of guys make their off-season homes here in the Phoenix area.
1-2. And Smith with a fly ball towards right center field. Thomas over to his left. Under it. Makes the catch in deep right center. And there's the third out. Braves get a 2-out single for Michael Harris. Nothing after that. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Sitgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Sitgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Sitgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
The more you match, the more you win. Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes playing Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Kroll, from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Making our way into the bottom of the fourth inning, Diamondbacks have a 2-1 lead. They'll send up Moreno, Del Castillo, and Arenado here in the bottom of the fourth. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Without a doubt, we have the most thoughtful and caring listeners across all of Major League Baseball. And I just want to take a moment to thank one of our listeners, Tina, for doing all she could to take care of our own JC, our producer. Really thoughtful email she sent him. Here's the pitch on the way. That'll be fouled back. Last few days, we've been talking about the sinuses for Jonathan. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Chadwick has been more like Jonathan Sneezwick for the last few days. Sneezing like crazy. Pollen had gotten to him in Atlanta. And he's just trying to be able to show up and not sneeze in the broadcast. That'll be fouled back. And we were fortunate to have a listener who sent him an email, basically almost like a doctor, giving him a prescription. Here, take this, this, and this. Try this in the morning, this in the evening. You'll be good to go.
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be fouled off into the seats down the right field line.
She got tired of us bullying him, counting his sneezes. And you're right. She prescribed him a couple products, both available on Amazon. She was nice enough to include that in her email.
I thought that was great. 0-2 from Elder. Little bit low, just missed with a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, smoked out to left field in for a base hit. Fortunately, that wasn't elevated. That was a laser right over Mauricio Dubon. Leadoff single here in the 4th inning. 4th inning means it's the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning, Tidal Wave will offer half off any monthly unlimited wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Elder could use another double play. He had one turned behind him to finish up the 3rd inning. Adrian Del Castillo takes a ball outside. Del Castillo, 26 years old, out of Pinecrest, Florida, and the University of Miami. 1-0 pitch. Check swing, ground ball to bat. He's got it. This is like deja vu. Down to second for 1, back to first for 2. I mean, a carbon copy of what we saw there in the 3rd inning.
That is such a hard play to complete on both. Well, more so on Matt Olson's end, the first baseman. But Matt is such a good thrower at that position. You don't always get that with those big, powerful sluggers at first. But Matt makes it look easy, like you said. And both of those have been perfectly executed.
And Matt takes it and just whistles it right over the shoulder of the runner. And then Dubon, just as soon as he got it, has the ball heading back to first base. So Elder has gotten 2 3-6-3 double plays turned behind him. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll pull one foul on the left field line. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Diamondbacks leading 2-1. Braves got an RBI single in the top of the 2nd from Dominic Smith to drive in Mike Yastrzemski. And then the Diamondbacks scored 2 runs on a throwing error by Bryce Elder on a bunt attempt in the bottom of the 2nd. That slap foul.
Yeah, that's really... Those 2 double plays have been huge. You know, Bryce is going to give up his fair share of hits, but he's always, as you said to me earlier tonight, he's always 1 pitch away from that twin killing.
0-2. Fly ball to deep center. Michael Harris looking skyward. He's there, and he's got it for the out. And that'll end the bottom of the 4th inning. So a leadoff single, but then a double play and a fly to center field. Elder faces the minimum. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1 Arizona.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works. Or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast. Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education. Way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Do you have an empty screen doing nothing at home or at work? Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
Into the top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks, and that was a clean bottom of the 4th inning. That means today is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by any Tidal Wave location tomorrow. Get half off any unlimited wash membership for the first month. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Mauricio Dubon leading off of the Braves, 9-1-2 in between innings. They are showing coverage of the Final Four from Indianapolis. It looks like UConn's about to defeat Illinois to advance to the national championship. Needs a new glove.
This might take a minute. Usually don't bring a second glove out to the dugout.
Watching the replay as he's lunging right, that was in the webbing and went directly through it. They toss him a brand new mitt. He's going to trot out there. Meanwhile, somebody will get the leather kit out and start working on the other one, performing surgery on it.
Yeah, a little feather in Dubon's cap, breaking his the opposing shortstop's glove.
He might want that ball.
That's right.
Hit it right through his glove. So here's Ronald Acuna. 2-1 Diamondbacks in the fifth. Acuna pops one up. Right side of the infield. Ketel Marte over to his left. He drops it. And now he throws to the bag. And they're going to call Acuna out. Dubon was standing on the bag. So he was going nowhere. Well, they're dropping him all over the place, aren't they? Ball through a glove on the left side. Ball dropped on the right side. That was in the glove of Marte and then just dropped right out. Now the umpire's going to get together.
Yeah, they're probably discussing if he intentionally dropped it.
Lance Barrett, first base umpire, as Dubon was on the bag, pointed at Dubon, said safe, pointed right at Acuna as he was walking to the dugout, said he's out. Apparently they all agree as to what just took place. Torey Lovello's out there, and he's chatting with home plate umpire Alfonso Marquez. All right, now they're getting another glove to Perdomo, his third of the inning.
Yeah, he likely borrowed a teammate's glove. As I said, you don't bring a second glove. You don't anticipate breaking the leather in your glove.
They're saying intentionally dropped.
Yes.
So Dubon at first.
So the result ends up being the same anyways, but if Dubon was one step off and got tagged out there, that would have been negated by that call.
Pick off to first, and Dubon back on the bag. Drake Baldwin, the batter, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Pitch to Drake and a strike. Got a sinker over.
It was funny, actually, some teams that I've played on, we practice dropping fly balls and doing it artfully so that it doesn't look, with intent, so that you can get that fast base runner off the base or vice versa.
0-1 to Baldwin. In tight, 1-1. Well, likely Marte, as the ball's in the air, he saw Ronald veering off and heading to the dugout. Probably thought, I can at least give this a shot.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 on Drake Baldwin. There's the 1-1 pitch, low and inside. Drake had his streak broken last night of consecutive games to score a run to begin a season, as he scored a run in the first 7 games of this season, something no Brave had done since Hank Aaron in 1957. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Low and inside. 3 balls and a strike on Drake Baldwin. Pitch count for Soroka up to 85 right now. And that apparently got Baldwin in the foot. Watching the replay of that. Yeah, got the back foot.
He didn't even react.
Well, that's a hit by pitch. Drake down to first, over to second base for Dubon. Brian Kaplan is the pitching coach. He's going to make a slow walk out there to the mound.
Yeah, it looks like the Diamondbacks have some action out in their bullpen. Taylor Clark out there warming his arm, and we've been talking about this. with those big strikeout numbers Soroka chases comes big pitch count numbers. And got to say, he's pitching like a reliever. Because when you're a reliever, you have one inning just to blow it out and strike out as many guys as you can. Bryce Elder, the opposite approach. He's really attacking the zone. He's limiting the walks, and he's not trying to get deep in counts to strike guys out. If it happens, great. But let's make him put the ball in play and use my elite defense behind me.
That's a really good plan. I mean, for on both fronts, for the Braves hitters and for the Braves pitcher and Elder. Elder's done a really nice job. Then for these Braves hitters, you watch that last start for him. Mm-hmm. All those pitches, yes, 10 strikeouts, but out of the game in 5 innings.
Right.
So just trying to foul off pitches, get the pitch count up, and then dive into that bullpen that the Braves have had a lot of success against in this series. So here's Matt Olson. Runners at first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Matt. Check swing. He did not go as they appeal down to third base umpire Mike Estabrook. Going back to Matt's at bat in the 3rd inning, he put one out in the gap in right center. He killed it. But he was left stranded at second base. He'd love one of those right here. Base hit should tie the game. Dubon at second. Baldwin at first. And a pickoff to second. Back in is Dubon with his right foot. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Braves. Braves have stranded 4. Diamondbacks have stranded 1. And Olson trying to drive in a few runs right here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Olson grounds one out to first. That'll be gloved by Fernandez. He goes to second. They get the force out there. Back over to first, and it's dropped by Soroka. It was in his glove, and that's been the name of the game for the Diamondbacks this inning, dropping the ball. So safe at third base, Dubon. Safe at first base, Olson. And they only get the out at second base. And Soroka has to be thinking, boy, what would my pitch count be if I make that play and that other play from back in the 2nd inning?
Yeah, he's hurt himself a little bit with that. Maybe he's got a new glove. I don't know. Not broken in yet, but really the contrast between the Braves 2-3-6-3 double plays and that one couldn't be greater. I mean, you always want your first baseman to get back there if you can.
As the ball was coming to Soroka right before he caught it or attempted to catch it, he was looking down to see where the bag was, making sure he got his foot on the bag. And that look away caused him to drop the ball. So it's an E1 charged to Soroka. That keeps the inning alive now for Austin Riley, and we'll see if he can cash in. Austin is due. He's 0 for 2 in this game versus Soroka. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. First pitch on the way, and Riley takes a first pitch strike.
And I've also wondered, Ben, if Soroka tore his Achilles coming off the mound like that, running to his left towards first base. I always wondered if it crosses his mind every time he has to do that.
Boy, how could it not? 0-1 on Riley. 2-1 Diamondbacks, but a runner at third. 0-1 pitch, good swing, but fouled back a fastball.
I talked to Riley after the game last night, and I was telling him he's right there. He's not loving his swing right now, but he feels like he's very close. I said, hey, it's a long season. We're just getting going here. Keep at it, because if he feels like he's right there, I believe him.
This will be pitch number 91 from Soroka. 0-2, ground ball in the hole at short, backhanded by Perdomo to second. They get the force out of Olson. Nice play by Perdomo, and the Braves deny it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple of men left. We're halfway home. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1 Arizona.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because if the Braves hit a home run, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignment. And a free oil change. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Strike one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Strike two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Strike three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
KFS Region PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home
or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through May 4, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
The Braves Country Music Fest at Truist Park is June 13th, featuring Cody Johnson, Ella Langley, and more. Get tickets at Braves.com/Braves Country Fest.
Get your morning baseball fix with Atlanta Braves today, weekday mornings at 7:45, and listen for your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets before 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1 into the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-8-9 coming up for Arizona. Game 3 in this 4-game series. Roof is open as it has been the last 2 nights. They've told us they're expecting to have it closed tomorrow. But a very nice night once again here in Phoenix with the roof open and the outfield panels open. Bryce Elder into his 5th inning of work. Here's Jose Fernandez. Fernandez 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch into called strike. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram with you. Braves looking to do something that they've done a lot here lately. Take 3 of 4 from the Diamondbacks. 0-1 just misses, 1-1. Of course, it's not every year that you play a 4-game series here. More times than not, you're going to be playing a 3-game series. But I was checking this out because if memory serves, it seemed like the Braves had a lot of success at this stadium. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ball outside, goes to the backstop. And the Braves in 2018, 2019, and 2021 played here for a 4-game series all 3 of those years. Took 3 of 4 all 3 times. There's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up towards foul territory into the stadium seats below us. And a 2-2 count. So each of the last 3 times the Braves played a 4-game series here, they won 3 of 4. Now, it's been 5 years since they've done it. But a lot of success here. In fact, the Braves have, going back to 2017, have won 19 of their last 27 games here. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off over by the Diamondbacks dugout. You're part of some of those teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not easy to do. This is a quality club here in Arizona now. So Braves can achieve that. That's pretty significant.
Elder's 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off the inside of his left foot. Well, they'll have 2 cracks at it. Boy, you won today. You really want to get greedy, try to get a 4-game sweep. That's not easy to do anywhere, especially on the road. A trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, we keep talking about it, but I do think these close games favor the Braves just because of the quality of the back end of the Braves bullpen.
His 2-2 pitch. And he gets a swing and a miss and a slider for strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for Elder. 1 down. Folks, you ever wonder what a home run tastes like? It's a little peppery, a little tangy, and a lot like the original Louisiana hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Bryce Elder at 60 pitches. Love to get a few more innings out of him. There's a ball low to Alec Thomas. Thomas with some stellar defensive plays in this series. Left-handed batter hitting 148. Takes a ball outside. Thomas out of Chicago, Illinois. 25 years old. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. Check swing. They appeal. He did go 2-1. We keep talking about the speed of Thomas. Great athlete. In fact, such a good athlete that coming out of high school, TCU had offered him a scholarship to play football and baseball. There's a 2-1 pitch. Big hopper to the right side. Ozzie to his left. Gloves in shallow right. Throws to first base for the out. And 2 away. Nice play by Ozzie Albies. Thomas turned that down to sign with the Diamondbacks. He was a second-round choice. And he's been a difference maker in their outfield. 2 down here in the 5th inning. That in the hands of Jorge Barosa. 25 years old from Venezuela. 2 up, 2 down. Barossa swinging it from the left side. Takes a called strike. He's a switch hitter. Braves in the 6th. They'll have Yastrzemski, Albies, and Harris due up. And currently trailing 2-1. Think we'll see that bullpen gate open up between innings for the Diamondbacks?
I do.
I do too. Wind up in the 0-1 pitch. Strike. Fastball 93.
Yeah, if you can get Bryce late deep in this game, you can save one of those high leverage guys and have him available tomorrow.
0-2, wiped him out with a slider. Good pitch. It's dropped momentarily by Baldwin, and he lobs a cookie down to first base. Squeezed by Olsen, and that secures the strikeout. Diamondbacks go down in order for the first time since the first inning. We go to the top of the 6th, 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Hey friends, Jim Chastain from Georgia's ASW Distillery here. Just like the Braves, we had an exciting offseason. Not only was our Fiddler Weeded Bourbon named a top 25 bourbon last year, but our Fiddler Encore Georgia Oak also won Best Small Batch Bourbon of the Year at the World Championship of Spirit Competitions. And look out for roster additions this summer with Fiddler Big Green Egg Bourbon and Fiddler Chin Music Curveball Edition, our collaboration with the Braves. These will be at your local bottle shops across Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, and all of Braves country. Go Braves!
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Make it a habit to keep your radio on, the radio home of the Atlanta Braves while you work. Lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7, and the Fan app.
Braves 1, Snakes 2 as we head into the top of the 6th inning. Mike Soroka, day is over. He ended up going 5 innings pitched, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a couple of botched plays in the field. Caused an elevated pitch count, so he's out after just 5, but pretty effective tonight. On to relieve him, 32-year-old right-hander Taylor Clark. Clark has pitched in 3 games this season, scuffled out of the gates. He's got a 15.4 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched, and 3 strikeouts.
Braves have scored a bunch of runs against that bullpen. We're not even going to count the 5 given up by James McCann in Game 1. I mean, he's not really part of the bullpen. He was just a position player pitching in Game 1 when the score was out of hand. They gave up 5 runs, but the Braves have scored 7 runs against that bullpen outside of McCann. There's a called strike on Yastrzemski. Scored 3 times versus Ginkel, twice versus Ross in Game 1, and then the 2 runs versus Paul Sewald last night. So looking for more of that versus Clark. 0-1 pitch. Yastrzemski takes a ball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's also the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a homer here in the top of the 6th inning, our contestant, Fred McKendry from Norcross, Georgia, will win $1,150. Pulling for Fred tonight. 1-1 check swing, a little tapper in front of the batter's circle, pouncing on it. Now the catcher Marino throws down to first base for the out. 2-3 put out on a check swing, a little tapper by Yastrzemski, 1 down. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day.
Yeah, just to give you a little context on this Diamondbacks bullpen. 8.44 ERA thus far. That's 28th in the league. I'm surprised there's 2 teams worse than that.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 1 down for Ozzie Albies. Ball outside. Yeah, who could be 29th and 30th behind that? That is rough.
Braves bullpen really good out of the gate. 1.27 ERA, second best in the major leagues. Again, who's better than that?
1-0 pitch. Ozzie limbos out of the way of a cutter. 2 balls, no strikes. Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1, top of the 6th inning. Right-hander Clark kicks and brings the 2-0 pitch. All outside 3-0. It's funny picking Walt's brain earlier at our manager's show. And it was a question I asked him that was something you and I were talking about on the bus over here. And I thought that's a great question to ask our manager. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Ozzie with a 1-hopper, now 2-hopper out to first base. That'll be gloved by Fernandez, steps on the bag. And 2 down. Well, the question is, would you rather win 2-0 on a night where everything just lines up out of the bullpen? You have your high leverage guys, they cruised, had a shutout, or win 17-2 like you did in game 1? And he said, I'll take 17-2 every single time.
Yeah, probably more enjoyable from a manager's perspective, but in a win like last night, 2-0 late comeback, or not a comeback win, but late heroic win. I think gives you so much late game confidence, saying, hey, we did it last night, let's do it again tonight.
2 down for Harris. First pitch called strike.
So in some ways, it gives you more momentum. You know, the first night was great because it gave us all our hitters confidence that their swing was where they wanted to be. They could produce runs, but last night was a good win as well.
0-1 to Harris. Big healthy cut, but a miss at the cutter. Braves down to their final strike here in the 6th inning. It's fun to have the ability to win both styles of baseball.
Yeah, I'm sure Walt was a little more nervous last night, trying to figure out how to deploy his bullpen. But, man, this is just a well-played game on both sides. Really good starting pitching. A tight ball game.
0-2 from Clark. Harris, ground ball fouled on the first base line. See games like that, and this early in the season, very small sample size. Every team is trying to see what those tendencies are. What kind of team are we going to be this year? You might have the same cast year in, year out for several years, but they could have a different identity season to season. 0-2 pitch, a reach and a check swing. He did not go, held back on the changeup. 1-2 on Harris. But finishing that thought, you would love in the first few weeks of the season to win multiple styles of baseball. Blowouts, tight games, close and late, pitchers' duels. 1-2 pitch. Harris swings and misses at a changeup at the dirt for strike 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning put together by Clark. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Hey, Atlanta baseball fans, it's Ben Ingram. Spring is here, and the excitement of a new season is in the air. It's also the perfect time to upgrade your backyard with TimberTech decking. TimberTech combines innovative technology with real-world resilience to deliver the beauty of wood without constant maintenance. Built to handle sun, storms, and years of gatherings, TimberTech is designed to perform season after season. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
As the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, the original Louisiana hot sauce is here to make sure all your favorite ballpark eats can't be beat. It's like a beautifully balanced 5-tool power hitter, made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, bringing the right kind of heat for whatever's going on the grill. Hot dogs, burgers, and all those fully loaded brats. Grab the original Louisiana hot sauce for a taste that always hits. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656. MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Start your weekend with me, Buck Ballou, and Kelly Kroll. Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Top of the order for the Diamondbacks. In the bottom of the 6th inning, they have a 2-1 lead over the Braves. Diamondbacks scored both of their runs in the second. Both were unearned. Throwing error by Bryce Elder allowed a couple of runs to score. Braves score their 1 run in the top of the second. A 2-out single by Dominic Smith. And that has been it. Both teams with 4 hits, both teams with 1 error. Ketel Marte takes a ball high. Really the only difference in the line score is left on base. Diamondbacks have stranded just 1. Braves have stranded 6 on base. Swing and a miss by Marte. Cutter was a good one, 1-1.
Yeah, that throw to first, probably the only really bad throw Bryce has made all night. He's looked really sharp otherwise. Could very easily be scoreless.
1-1 pitch. That bounced up there. Well, you just never know how things would have gone, but if he puts that ball in his pocket on the bunt attempt by Jose Fernandez, bases would have been loaded, 1 out. The next batter was Thomas, struck him out. Batter after that was Barossa. He grounded out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. If it's not for that play, it could be 1-0. 2-1 pitch. Reach and a miss. Changeup fooled him.
That's that really good changeup. Bryce changed his grip, and he's actually added 2 inches of drop to that pitch and subtracted a mile an hour. So bigger differential between his 2 fastballs in that changeup.
He has 6 strikeouts, including Marte once already. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out looking. Just froze him with a sinker. 7th strikeout by Elder. And Marte will just slither back to the dugout after watching that one fly by at 91 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's that beautiful front hip sinker Bryce likes to throw to lefties, and it's such a hard pitch to commit to. Because you're in the box, you think it's going to hit you in the ribs, so you freeze. So you just can't get your swing started.
1 out for Corbin Carroll and a ball inside. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you from Chase Field in Arizona. 2-1 Diamondbacks. That'll be fouled off by Carroll. Just did touch the slider. Elder at 74 pitches, 50 strikes. He has the 1 walk. A couple of pitchers' best friends in this one of those 2 double plays in the 3rd and 4th. 1-1 over for a strike. Good slider. This bearded right-hander has been in control today outside of that 1 throwing error. Out of the windup, fans the glove in front of his face. Kicks and brings a 1-2 and missed a little bit high with a fastball. Righty-lefty matchup. Elder's 2-2. Big chopper kangaroos out to second. Ozzie's got it. Wings it to first, 2 down. Elder, go ahead.
One more thing about Bryce that makes him tough is his arm angle. And I'm sitting here watching him. He has such a high arm angle. You don't see a lot of sinker ball pitchers from that high. So these hitters just aren't accustomed to it. They don't have a lot of reference to go off of.
2 down for Perdomo. And a called strike. So he could take you 2-3 trips to the plate where you really get a good eye of exactly what's happening.
Yeah, and before he polished up his slider and polished up that changeup, it was mostly just sinkers.
Well, 1 and a ground ball to first base. Routine play for Olsen. He has it. Flips to Elder. Down they go in order. Got to get Bryce some runs, as he's now retired 8 in a row. We go to the top of the 7th. 2-1 Arizona.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Sitgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Sitgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Sitgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Here's a pro tip from me, Brian Finneran. Use your smartphone to get around traffic and lock into the locker room with me every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on the Fan app.
Braves trailing by a run as we head into the top of the seventh. Diamondbacks 2. Braves sitting on that lone run, looking to get something going here to help Bryce Elder out, pitching great on the mound. We have a new Diamondbacks reliever, 31-year-old right-hander Jonathan Loaizaga. He's a 9-year MLB veteran. Those first 8 years coming with the Yankees. He's actually one of the few Diamondbacks relievers off to a good start. Through 3 games, he's thrown 3 1/3 with 2 strikeouts. He, like Bryce Elder, big ground ball pitcher, featuring a high 90s sinker. He was actually teammates with this guy back in New York, and let me tell you, Ben, he's a real piece of work. He's one of the good ones.
He'll face Dominic Smith. Well, those folks in between innings having a good time at the pool in right center field. There's a pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. There's a ball inside. Of course, if you know anything about Chase Field, they got the swimming pool out at right center field, and they'll rent it out just like you would rent out a suite. And there's, I don't know, 36 people out there enjoying the pool. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Smith hits a fly ball to center field, tracking now Thomas. And he's out there, makes the catch, 1 down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
So 1 down for Dubon, 2-1 Diamondbacks in the top of the 7th. Loaizaga came out of the bullpen to Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Great tune. There's a pitch on the way to Dubon. There's a ball outside. No, late called strike. They're going to go 0-1. But you'd imagine as we're in the 7th, those folks out there at the pool have been staying hydrated all day. They're having a good time out there. So the music's blaring. Dancing started taking place. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Dubon reaches and misses. And some of the worst dance moves I've seen in a while. But they're having a good time out there at the swimming pool.
A little liquid courage.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Helps the dance moves.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Dubon sends one foul on the right field line into the screen.
It's got to be a really unique way to take in a ball game.
Without a doubt. We have a day like today. I mean, you never know what you're going to get. I mean, more times than not, it's going to be too hot to open the roof. The pool just kind of loses its luster with the roof closed. Ground ball out to third, taken on 2 bounces by Arenado. Throw is low and safe as Dubon. And you kind of blink a couple times. You think, are you sure that's Arenado out there? Do we have an imposter? No, that's Nolan Arenado, the 10-time Gold Glover. But his throw was not a good one. Pulled Fernandez off the bag, and it's an E5.
That's the second one we've seen this series for Arenado. Just not accustomed to seeing that. Like you said, he does prefer to throw on the run. Well, looks like we got a challenge.
Diamondbacks want to take a peek at it. We're getting a look at it now. The fans are applauding, but at the current angle that they're displaying on the video board, you can't tell if there's space between the foot and the bag or not for Fernandez. The foot was definitely off the bag when Dubon came across the bag, but was it ever touching? I'm just not convinced there's going to be an angle that would definitively overturn this. I mean, you would need an angle either right down the line or one overhead, and there's nothing but sky above right now.
Saying Nolan Arenado prefers to throw on the run. It's one of the unique things about him. He's the best defender at third base we've seen in the last decade.
Here's Alfonso Marquez.
The call is overturned. The runner is out.
Call is overturned. I never saw a single angle where you could 100% say that the foot was on the bag. I'm surprised at that.
I didn't either.
So 2 down in the inning. That takes the error off the board. 5-3 put out. Here comes Ronald Acuna. And Acuna fouls one back. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance is stepping up to the plate to help Warriors navigate to success after military service. Visit thewarrioralliance.org to learn more. One from Loaisaga. That bounced up there. Acuna is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ground out to third, pop out to second. When he walked, that was in the 3rd inning, and he was caught stealing. Braves trailing 2-1 in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Pretty hard curveball.
Mm-hmm. And Loaisaга's, known for having some of the best stuff in the league. Before he got hurt, he did have Tommy John surgery a couple years ago.
Acuna waits. 2-1, smoked out to second. Glove by Marte. Jogs a little bit towards the bag. Throws over there for the out. The Braves go down in order in the 7th. So nothing happening for the Braves. Running out of opportunities. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Forget something for your project? We've got you. At HomeDepot.com, get fast, free delivery on millions of items for whatever you're working on. Same day or next day. We bring what you need, and you bring it to life. Get fast, free delivery only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select in-stock items by 4 p.m., subject to availability.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Bryce Elder to the mound for the 7th inning of work. Braves trailing 2-1. Bryce has retired 8 straight. Gabriel Moreno's single in the 4th inning, the last time a Diamondback reached. And Moreno will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Folks, the average baseball game is 9 innings. That means 9 chances to put the original Louisiana hot sauce on all your favorite ballpark eats. Hot dogs, nachos, wings, burgers. They're all tastier with the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Moreno leading off. He's 2 for 2. First pitch he sees, a ball low. So while Elder has been really good, giving up just 4 hits, Moreno has solved him twice as he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, hot shot to third, backhanded towards foul ground by Riley. Throws on the run, bounces the throw. That's in time. Terrific job by Riley going to his right. That got on him quickly. And by the time he secured his momentum, it carried him into foul ground. Had to throw it a mile and bounced it perfectly to Matt Olson. That is easily the truest play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. There's a called strike on Adrian Del Castillo. I bet the infielders love playing behind Elder.
Certainly. I mean, he works so quickly. When he's throwing strikes, you know you're going to get a lot of chances to make plays.
Del Castillo takes a ball outside.
Austin hasn't gotten a ton of action over there, but that certainly was a heck of a play. Way in foul ground. Long throw. Hit Matt right on the chest on one bounce.
1-1. Check swing. Did not go. 2 balls and a strike. Austin's made some really good plays in this series. He had that play the other night, charging in and barehanding on the turf. 2-1 pitch. Pop back our way and foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And, you know, I mentioned earlier, Riley feels like he's not really contributing in the batter's box like he wants to. So for him to be able to separate the hitting from the defense, you love that in a player.
2-2, grounded foul on the first base line, right past Dave McKay in the first base coach's box.
I've played with a few guys who you could tell when they're not hitting well because their defense just goes down the toilet. They're not paying attention. They're thinking about their swing and everything that's going wrong, and their play suffers and it affects the rest of the team. So Austin's certainly not doing that.
Wind up in the 2-2 pitch, and he struck him out with a slider. Bryce Elder has been absolutely rock solid with that slider tonight. 8 strikeouts for Elder, and 10 in a row sat down.
That's a 6th strikeout on that slider. I mean, he has got it cooking tonight.
Arenado 1 for 2 with a single, and he'll take a first pitch strike. Elder looking for his 11th consecutive batter to retire. And see if the boys can make something happen in the 8th inning, trailing 2-1. 0-1 from Elder. Little nubber right back to the mound. To the foot of the mound, Elder's got it. Easy toss over to the bag. And another 1-2-3 inning for Bryce Elder. He's been superb. Another 1-2-3 frame. We go to the top of the 8th, 2-1 Arizona.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
If you like to do this, or that, or even that, and you want to stay with it, Emory's got your back, or your shoulder, or your hip, or your knee. Our sports medicine specialists treat more world-class, professional, and college-level athletes than anyone else in the state. We'll treat you like a pro and get you back in play. That's the Emory difference. Make an appointment at emoryhealthcare.org/sports.
This is Kelly Kroll reminding you to join me in the locker room every Wednesday and Thursday morning from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
We're on to the top of the 8th. Braves trailing Diamondbacks by a run. Score stands at 2-1. Braves looking to make some noise. Haven't scored since the 2nd inning. Dominic Smith RBI single. They'll be working the 8th inning here against a new pitcher from the Diamondbacks. We did see Juan Murillo last night. His 27-year-old right-hander has pitched in 5 games thus far this season. He threw a clean 8th inning last night with a strikeout. And these Braves better be ready. As I mentioned last night, one of the hardest throwers in the game, fastball, cruises at 99 to 100.
Last night he faced Yastrzemski, Acuna, and Baldwin. And here in the 8th, it'll be Baldwin, Olsen, Riley. Trailing by a run, 2-1 in favor of Arizona. There's the first pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. This with a slider inside. This will be challenged by catcher Gabriel Moreno. Let's see how this inning's going to begin. Waiting on the ABS review. Here it comes. That's a strike. Half the ball was in the zone. And an 0-1 count on Drake Baldwin. Drake is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the foot back in the 5th inning. 0-1 to Baldwin. He swings healthily but misses the sinker, coming in there at 99.
What do you do? It's a well-located sinker down and away, 99 with late movement. You just got to hope he makes a mistake with that in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, it's a really tough pitch. And he looked so good last night. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Drake fights it off foul. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 4 hits for the Braves. 37,457 in attendance. Beautiful Saturday, roof open here in Phoenix. A lot of Braves fans hoping for a comeback here in the latter innings. 2 low and outside, 1-2. Several finals around Major League Baseball. They're in New York in the 5th inning with the Marlins leading the Yankees 4-2. Scores within the division. Phillies and the Rockies tied at 1 in the 4th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Baldwin slices one foul right behind Tommy Watkins in the third base coach's box. Mets and the Giants are scoreless. They just started out in San Francisco. And in this ball game, of course, all those scores brought to you by Saya on the out-of-town scoreboard. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Baldwin reaches out, taps it weakly back to the mound. Gloved by Murillo. Feeds over to first base, 1 down. Scoreboard updates delivered to you by Saya, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Brewers defeated the Royals 5-2. That Brewer team out to a 6-1 start. Padres defeated the Red Sox 3-2. And some interesting news in Pittsburgh as they defeated Baltimore 3-2. Get back to that after the first pitch to Olsen. Matt swings and sends one foul. With that win for the Pirates, they're now 5-3. They are 2 games over 500 for the first time since 2024.
Things are looking up in Pittsburgh. They haven't had much to cheer about in a while.
And nothing to cheer about on the baseball front. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. And a ball high. I mean, think about last year. Skeens winning the Cy Young for a team that was as bad as they were. But they added a few new players, called up Connor Griffin, and they're 5-3. 1-1 pitch. Olsen with a fly ball sent foul down the left field line, slicing towards the second deck. That becomes a souvenir.
And they're a great team every 5 days when Skeens starts, and they actually do have some good young arms. You just hope that they can finally do those arms justice and find some hitting. It's such a cool park, such a baseball city. Got to get it going again.
Yeah, it's been a while for them. 1-2 pitch. Olsen takes a ball low and outside. I was reading the other day where the Pirates joined the National League Central in 1994, and they've never won the division.
Wow.
They hadn't won a division since they were in the East back in 1992. 2-2 pitch. Olsen takes a ball high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So yeah, they're famished for some success in baseball. Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1, top of the 8th, bases empty, 1 away. Matt Olson's been on base 3 times in the game. No foul, one straight back into the screen. If you're on the other side, this is the man you fear. Olsen has already doubled in this game. He has 7 total extra base hits this season. That's the most in the big leagues. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, miss. Struck him out with a fastball. Coming in piping hot at 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, that last one was a 4-seamer. And that, it's so hard to be a hitter in the major leagues now with guys routinely throwing 99. I think you see 99 every night if you come to a game now. And he's got those 2 different fastballs. It's a real challenge on these guys.
2 down for Riley. Riley swings at the first pitch, pops it back, foul ground, coming back to catcher Moreno, and he's there for the catch right in front of the backstop. Frustrated Riley, just puzzled, tosses the bat, lays down the helmet, probably has no words right now. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Diamondbacks. Going into the bottom of the 8th inning, 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Got a technical difficulty. Worst things could happen. We're on the air.
There we go.
It's just our commercials that wouldn't fire off. So we have plenty of time to tell you about Tyler Kinley as he enters the game now, Darren.
You know what's on my mind, Ben, more so than Tyler Kinley? We know Tyler. We love Tyler. Is who pitches the 9th inning with a slim one-run lead when your closer just gave up 2 home runs last night?
Well, they got Paul Sewald tossing in the bullpen right now.
But do they really?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get right back out there. That could be interesting. So on the pitch for the Braves, right-hander Tyler Kinley. Tyler's on for the 3rd time this season. 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. Tyler pitched in game 1 of this season, game 1 of this series, that blowout game, because he hadn't had any action in quite a few days. But he's been good since he's been a Brave. Last season, once he got traded over from Colorado to Atlanta, pitched to a 5-0 record with a .72 ERA. I bet you he likes life at sea level better than up there a mile high. You know, he continued the good work. .68 whip, 24 outings, so really good. A little bit of surprise when the Braves let him go in the offseason, but as I talked about before, Atlanta's such a great place to play. They had an idea they could get him to come back. Got him for a little less money, helped the team out, and you got a good pitcher back. So we'll see if Tyler can keep these guys scoreless so the Braves can make some noise in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, silence the Diamondbacks here, and then see if the Braves can make a run for in the 9th inning. It'll be Yastrzemski, Albies, and Harris scheduled to come to the plate in the 9th inning. But before that, you need a quiet bottom of the 8th. How about the job by Bryce Elder tonight? 7 innings, 2 runs, neither earned, 4 hits, a walk, 8 strikeouts, and he retired the last 11 batters he faced. Finished so strong. There's Jose Fernandez, and he takes a first pitch strike. And as good as that line is, I'm sure it just drives him crazy that the 2 runs unearned because of him and his error.
He earned the whole team PFBs now. Pitcher's fielding practice. No, he was fantastic.
He was. 0-1 to Fernandez. Slider in for a strike. Aaron Bummer now tossing in the Braves bullpen. By the way, it's the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Kinley way ahead, 0-2 on Fernandez. Introduce you to our contestant after the 0-2. Here it comes to Fernandez, and he bites the dust. Swings and misses at a curveball, and 1 down after the strikeout, so a good start for our contestant. If the Braves strike out the side in order, our contestant, Derek Graham, will be the winner of a brand new Yanmar ZTR. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar ZTR, and to be entered for a grand prize tractor drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar built together back longer. 1 down for Alec Thomas. And Thomas swings and pops one up. Ozzie Albies looking skyward. Backpedaling into shallow right. Makes the catch. 2 downs. No winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. But Derek Graham, thank you for being out there and tuning in. We appreciate you playing. Well, we were talking about Sewald last night, and his failure to retire the Braves there in the 9th inning without a run is not an isolated incident. In his career, he's really struggled against the Braves. So that's what really makes it interesting if he goes out there for the 9th in this game. Jorge Barrosa takes the ball high, 1 ball and no strikes.
And we talked, Ozzie Albies has fantastic numbers against Sewald. Hit his, I believe, 3rd career home run off him last night. He's due up 2nd. So you're going to relive that pain very quickly for Sewald.
1-0 pitch. Barrosa takes a strike. Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1, bottom of the 8th. Right-hander Kinley kicks and brings a 1-1. Big hopper over the mound, charging in from short. Dubon, he's got it. Whips it over to first base. Nice play. So they go down in order in the 8th. Barely a whisper by the Diamondbacks. Now the Braves down to their last few swings. We go to the top of the 9th. 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Strike 3.
good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth Solution PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Lock into the radio home of the Atlanta Braves way before first pitch. Lock in Chuck and Turn Off while you work or in your car from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or the Fan app.
The last call for the Braves as we head to the top of the ninth. They trail the Diamondbacks 2-1. On to pitch for the Diamondbacks, right-hander Paul Sewald, their closer, who just about 20 hours ago entered into a tie game 0-0 and left 2 outs later. Braves leading 2-0. Ozzie Albies and Matt Olson leaving the yard there. Looking to repeat that performance here tonight. Braves got to get something going. They haven't scored since the second inning. Lead off the inning, Mike Yastrzemski, followed by Albies and Michael Harris II.
All right, we gave you these numbers last night, and they've gotten even worse overnight for Sewald versus the Braves in his career. He's made 24 appearances in his career versus the Braves. 1-2 with a 6.91 ERA. And he's given up 10 homers in 28 2/3 of an inning. First pitch on the way to Mike Yastrzemski. And Mike takes a ball inside. Sewald took the loss last night, giving up those 2 home runs in the 9th inning. 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
Closers get paid quite a bit more than setup men, and this is the only time where I think you can justify paying them more because you have to go back out. There's nobody else to do this job.
Right back on the horse, 1-1. Fought off foul. For Sewald in his career, 28 2/3 of an innings pitched, and he's allowed 31 hits in 28 2/3. So a lot of contact. That's what the Braves need. Need to get the tying run aboard, bring Ozzie up at the plate. 1-2 to Yastrzemski. Swings and fouls one back above us. 1-2. Sewald's been around a while. He's 35 years old. He'll turn 36 next month. Braves get Robert Suarez up and tossing in the bullpen in case they find a way to score for a few runs, at least keep the game alive. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. Fooled him with a sweeper there.
Yeah, steady diet of 4-seamers there from Sewald. Then he threw that frisbee sweeper. Started in the right-handed batter's box and broke at the last second. Yeah, I was a little bit late to it.
So now it's Ozzie Albies, who hit the homer versus Sewald last night. For Ozzie in his career, 3 for 8 with 3 homers versus Sewald. Also a walk and a strikeout. First pitch on the way. Called strike. Showed him a first pitch sweeper. The ball that Ozzie hit out last night just inside the right field foul pole. That gave the Braves a 1-0 lead at the moment. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, missed, and a sweeper again, 0-2. Tonight, the Braves need just 1 run to keep their hopes alive. Trailing 2-1 in the top of the 9th. Bases empty, 1 down. Braves haven't had a base runner since the 5th inning. Sewald cups his black glove over his left ear to hear the pitch calm, now ready. And the 0-2. Missed outside, nibbling with a sweeper. 11 in a row sat down by Diamondback pitchers. 1-2 to Ozzie. Swung on, fouled off into the seats down the third base line.
Sewald really stubborn with that sweeper. That's all he's thrown Ozzie here. Must feel good about it. The first two he threw were very hittable pitches. Got away with two of them, though.
1-2 pitch. Outside. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. After Ozzie Albies, it'll be Michael Harris. And Harris is 1 for 1 in his career with a double off of Sewald. Need some base runners. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ozzie swings and fouls it off. Got a piece of a sweeper. Still alive here versus Sewald.
Yeah, he's playing a dangerous game. 6 straight sweepers. You got to throw something else to change Ozzie's eye level. You got to throw him a fastball up to maybe get him off that sweeper. You keep feeding him those. You make a mistake with it, he's going to hit it hard.
Sewald comes set right at the letters. Righty fires. 2-2 check swing. He did not go. 3-2. Walk would work as well. Need a base runner, trailing by a run here in the 9th. Ozzie open stance in the left-hand batter's box. 3-2, swung on, miss, hit a sweeper. Went down and in. Only the second time he's ever struck out Ozzie Albies. And the Braves down to their final out. So back-to-back strikeouts of Yastrzemski and Albies. And here comes Michael Harris. Michael 1 for 3 with a single in this game. Now the first pitch to him. Missed the outside corner with a sweeper. And if he can reach, Dominic Smith will come to the plate. Great to get Michael aboard and then bring Dom up there with a shot at it. 1-0 from Sewald. Missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Mike getting ahead here. Taps 2 corners of the plate with the end of his bat. Steadies the bat behind his left ear. Hitters count here for Michael Harris. And the 2-0 pitch. Strike. Just did touch the outside corner, and this will be challenged. As it stands, is a 2-1 count, and that is a strike barely. Goodness. So the call confirmed and a 2-1 count on Harris. Over 37,000 here. A lot of them on their feet. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. That's outside, ball 3. Everything has been away to Harris. Dominic Smith with a weighted bat in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Harris. Swung on, fouled off. Into the second deck. Good catch made by a fan with the glove along the third base line. Braves are down to their final strike. Everyone rising to their feet. Catcher Gabriel Moreno going to trot out there to the mound.
Probably talking pitch selection, Ben. Sewald's been throwing a lot of sweepers and actually making a lot of mistakes with it. Really hittable in the middle of the plate. There is some deception to Sewald's delivery, but the Braves are missing some hittable pitches here. You won't see him get away with those all the time.
Trailing by a run. It's been 2-1 Diamondbacks since the second inning. Count runs full, 2 down, bases empty. And the 3-2 pitch. He swings and hangs alive, fouling it back. Showed him another sweeper. Trying to keep this 3-game winning streak alive. And Harris trying to get on base any way he can. 3-2 and a roller out to first. That's off the foot of Harris for a foul ball. Fouled off a fastball. One of the few fastballs outside all these sweepers.
A good job fouling that off, because that probably looked very hard compared to all those soft sweepers he's been throwing him.
Michael Harris staring down the right-hander Seawald. And the 3-2. He swings, and it's a high fly ball to center. Alec Thomas starting to trot in, looking up into the blue sky, makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks win it 2-1. We saw some brilliant pitching in this game, and unfortunately, it's 2 unearned runs that doom the Braves. Braves scored 1 run in the top of the second. Diamondbacks scored 2 unearned runs at the bottom of the second, and that was it. Pitching took control the rest of the way, and the Diamondbacks won it 2-1. For the Braves of the ninth, no runs, hits, or errors, no one left. Final score, Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1. Back with the totals after this.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar. The tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Hey Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy, I am happy, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
The Braves have over 20 gate giveaways this season, from bobbleheads to wearables. See them all at Braves.com/promos.
Hey, Braves fans, don't miss Jeff Francoeur's only radio visit in Atlanta. Join the locker room every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Well, the Braves dropped this one 2-1. Still a chance to take 3 out of 4 with 1 game left in this series. Stat of the night, Braves go 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. But I'll tell you what, Darren, before we get to the player of the game, you look back, all those opportunities were so early in the game, really nothing for either team in the latter inning.
No, it's... You know, we talk about the Diamondbacks bullpen, but they certainly performed well bucking that early season trend of them really struggling. So it just goes to show you never know what's going to happen. You got to take advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves.
That's right. Diamondbacks won it 2-1. The Home Depot is proud to present today's player of the game. Who will that be?
It feels odd to say Bryce Elder is the player of the game when he took the loss, but as a pitcher, he's fantastic. As a fielder, not so good. We'll work on that. But 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both unearned, 8 strikeouts. He threw the ball really, really well tonight. Does not deserve a loss.
It was a nice start by Bryce. But he's your player of the game, built by Home Depot. How doers get more done. Here are the totals for the Diamondbacks. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base, no homers. For the Braves, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 6 men left, no home runs for the Braves. Winning pitcher is Michael Soroka as he improves to 4-5. And the losing pitcher for the Braves, Bryce Elder, now 1-1, ERA of 0. Look at these ERAs. Soroka, sub-1 ERA, Elder, ERA of 0. Both pitchers out to pretty good starts. Paul Sewald takes the save. It's his third and a 4.5 ERA for him. Braves are now 6-3 after the loss. Diamondbacks 4-5 after the win. Time of the game, 2 hours, 14 minutes in front of 37,457. Final game of the series tomorrow. Tell you about that when we come back and close on the Braves Radio Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through May 4, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Sitgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Sitgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Sitgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connects to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Hey, we all know work is important, but make it a habit to stay attached to the sports scene every weekday with me, Nick Cellini, and Chris Domino. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Diamondbacks win this one 2-1 over the Braves. Final game of this series will be tomorrow. Braves and the Diamondbacks here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 2:55 Eastern with a Ford leadoff show. And then Darren and I have the first pitch at 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central. Braves have not announced a starter yet. That'll probably be coming up in just a moment on the Hyundai postgame show. We do know that the Diamondbacks will send out right-hander Brandon Pfaadt. He has no record at a 7.50 ERA. So for the boys working back in studio in Atlanta, David Holloway and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Chase Field in Phoenix. Final score, Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of the bat of Dominic Smith. RBI single in the second, drives in Mike Yastrzemski. That is the only run the Braves would have all night. Get Wi-Fi that brings the heat. Xfinity gives you Wi-Fi so reliable, it never gets caught. With Xfinity, you can get one price for the next 5 years and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show, and this is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta.
Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited.
Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of... That ball was crushed! And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves, steps from Truist Park. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student center study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join me, Buck Ballou, with Kelly Kroll from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
And Acuna strikes one high in the air. Deep left field. Back it flies. That's going to kiss the sky and fly away.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome into the Truist Studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. We're steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee recapping Game 3 between the Diamondbacks and Braves. Braves can't get it done. They can't win the series today. Diamondbacks top them 2-1. Only 8 combined hits in this one as Bryce Elder for the Braves dominated. Michael Soroka, though, got the job done for the Snakes as well. Let's get to the highlights. Top of the second, Mike Yastrzemski on second after walking earlier in the inning. Dominic Smith at the plate looking to get the scoring started against Michael Soroka.
And the 3-2. Slap to the left side, a base hit in the left field. Here comes Yaz around third. Here's the throw out of left by Barossa. It's off the mark and it's 1-0 Braves. Down to second on the throw, Dominic Smith. Pulled it through the left side between Perdomo and Arenado and scores Yastrzemski. And it's 1-0 Atlanta in the second.
Bottom of the second, runners at first and second with one down. Jose Fernandez at the plate with a chance to get the D-backs on the board.
First pitch to him shows bunt, bunts it down the third base line, a good one. Elder's got it, fires down to first, it's off the mark and down the right field line. In to score Moreno, to third base now Arenado. He runs to a stop sign and he's going to come in and score. And on the throwing error by Elder, it's 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Despite the throwing error in the second, Bryce Elder was money today. His second start of the season, and he was fantastic.
1-2 on the way, swung on, missed, used a slider. And he has his first strikeout of the game, 2 down in the inning. 1-2. Check swing, they appeal, strike 3. Got him on a slider. 1-2 pitch, got him swinging, good fastball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a slider. Elder gets the strikeout, his fourth of the game, and 1 down. His 2-2 pitch. And he gets a swing and a miss at a slider for strike 3. 0-2 wiped him out with a slider. Good pitch. It's dropped momentarily by Baldwin. And he lobs a cookie down to first base. Squeezed by Olsen. And that secures the strikeout. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out looking. Just froze him with a sinker. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out with a slider.
Final line for Elder, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them unearned. They did come on his throwing error, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Let's spin it all the way forward. Top of the ninth, still 2-1 Snakes. Paul Sewald on the hill for the second straight day, and he's facing Michael Harris II with 2 down in the inning.
And the 3-2. He swings, and it's a high fly ball to center. Alec Thomas starting to trot in, looking up into the blue sky, makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks win it 2-1. We saw some brilliant pitching in this game, and unfortunately, it's 2 unearned runs that doomed the Braves. Braves scored 1 run in the top of the second. Diamondbacks scored 2 unearned runs at the bottom of the second, and that was it. Pitching took control the rest of the way, and the Diamondbacks won it 2-1. For the Braves of the ninth, no runs, hits, or errors, no one left. Final score, Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1.
Totals for the game for the Braves, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and it was a costly one. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Michael Soroka gets the win. He's 2-0 in the season. Bryce Elder, the loss. He's 1-1. Paul Sewald, the save for the Diamondbacks, his 3rd of the season. Hey fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get a little bit of an injury update. Plus, you'll hear sound from the clubhouse. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Oh. Forget something for your project? We've got you. At HomeDepot.com, get fast, free delivery on millions of items for whatever you're working on, same day or next day. We bring what you need, and you bring it to life. Get fast, free delivery only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select in-stock items by 4 p.m., subject to availability.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle.
It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves, steps from Truist Park. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win.
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Technology can make you a better sports fan and a better driver. Use CarPlay or Android Auto to get the traffic on your dashboard while you listen to Chuck and Chernoff from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or on the Fan app.
This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, presented by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now more postgame coverage on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back. Barrett Salih here in the Truist Studios, recapping the Braves 2-1 loss to the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 3 of the 4-game set. Hey, fans at Racetrack, we understand the importance of good food, cold drinks, and a great game. Be sure to download the Racetrack app now to stay up to date on amazing in-store offers and become a valued rewards member. Head to Racetrack for whatever gets you going. Here is Braves manager Walt Weiss.
Well, just another good one from Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce was outstanding. He's yet to give up an earned run, after 2 starts. So, the theme continues with a really good starting pitching for us. It's just, we couldn't get the hit to score runs. Had a few opportunities, but they shut us down, and I shut down our offense. But a hell of a job by Bryce, and Kenley coming in looked really good. So pitching's in a really good place right now.
Bryce talked all spring about the consistency piece. Yeah, it looks like he's got it through 2. It's got to be a great sign. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the whole arsenal working. The cutter has been very effective. I think it complements the changeup and the sinker. They work well off one another. So, and his slider has always been a difference maker when it's been good, and his slider's good again.
But you don't want to make much about numbers after 1 week, good or bad. What kind of swings are you seeing from Ronald right now?
Yeah, a little late. It looks late. They all go through ruts. We've seen all of them go through some ruts before, but when he gets rolling, it's going to be fun to watch. But yeah, it seems like he's a little late to me right now.
And Riley,
yeah. Riley, I think the last game at home, there were some good signs. I thought he took some good swings. I'm probably pressing a little bit right now. It's tough when you get off to a slow start and the at-bats start mounting. It gets in your head a little bit, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He swung the bat really well all spring. He was in a really good place, but he'll turn around.
And one guy that the numbers don't necessarily make sense is when you look at barrel rate and exit velocity. Michael Harris. I mean, it seems like he is swinging the bat well.
He is swinging the bat well. There's been a lot of hard outs for Michael. I feel good when he's in the box right now. He's swinging the bat well.
Do you have a starter for tomorrow?
Perez, Martin Perez. Yeah.
And then Jose will be available out of the pen.
Sure. Yeah, he was available actually tonight. Jose was. So yeah, we'll go with Martin.
Did you, I guess, talk to Martin about that? And I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, he's in the loop. He's in the loop. Yeah. Yeah, he's a pro. Yeah. He's a salty veteran. He's been a good pitcher in this league for a long time. So threw the ball really well for us in that relief appearance last time out. And so yeah, I expect him to be good again.
That was Braves manager Walt Weiss. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from starting pitcher Bryce Elder. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Strike three. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
All value games at Truist Park get you $15 tickets, $10 parking, food and beverage offers, and more. Learn more at Braves.com/value.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works, or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast.
Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Make Brian Finner and John Michaels and me home team Brandon leak your soundtrack at work weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Now back to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Truist Studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. You'll hear from Bryce Elder in just a sec, but before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
The Fan.
Bryce Elder was fantastic on the mound today. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were unearned, 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. Now, those 2 runs were unearned, but they were because of Bryce Elder with a little errant throw in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here is Bryce Elder.
I guess you got to feel good about the way you threw there, and then I guess you got one play you'd like to have back. But
yeah, I don't know if I ever contributed as much and cost the team in one outing as that right there. But I was pleased with how I threw it. I obviously like to have that back. But it's going to happen, I guess, and it's not going to happen again.
You talked, I think, last outing, happy to give up singles, right? Same thing today, got out in front of guys, gave us some singles, but let the defense work.
Yeah, I think the biggest deal is keeping guys just off balance, and even when they hit it hard, it stays around the outfielders. So keep in front of the outfielders, I'm always going to have a chance. Keep one first, always going to have a chance to double play. So I thought that I did that again well tonight. So obviously that play kind of cost it. I was pleased how I threw it, at least to the plate, not to first.
Yeah, and we always talk about that consistency. Part two in a row. That's got to be great for you. Yeah,
it feels good.
How about when you go back and you look at your arsenal, the first start and this one, it's a little bit different. A lot more four-seamers here. To be able to kind of go start to start, mix it up. Does that feel good?
Yeah, I think it's important. I was telling somebody the other day, I felt like for the last 2 years or so, it just kind of got just like, I don't know if stale is the right word, or just kind of just repetitive. It was just the same old deal. You get into behind an account, and you got to go in the zone, and you got your four-seamer slider I can go to, or sinker, and now the changeup's better, I'm throwing the cutter, and so it just kind of frees me up. It allows me to just take the 2-1 count and get to 2-2 instead of having to try to, paint a pitch down and away and then just miss, and it's 3-1. So being able to kind of mix stuff is a lot of fun, actually. So it gives me a breath of fresh air and kind of frees me up a little bit, so it feels good.
Going back to that August 24th day, you're the only major leaguer with 8 quality starts, and now there are other guys with 7 or like 3, Yamamoto, Scoopel. How good does that feel?
It feels good. I think, last year what really was struggling, it just kind of started as, throw as many as I can. And I think, that tells a lot as far as, when you're taking your chances and you're giving up singles there and you're making pitches as good as you can, but you're in the zone, you're going to eat innings and going to get late in the games. And so that's kind of how it started. And then, all of a sudden, my stuff's better this year than it was last year even. So, it feels good and a lot to keep it going.
That was Braves starting pitcher Bryce Elder. No injuries today, but sometimes injuries are part of the game, and sometimes life throws one your way, too. Getting the help you need shouldn't be complicated. When you or someone you care about gets hit with an injury, there's only one call to make. Attorney Ken Nugent and his team. With $5 billion in counting recovered for Braves fans across Georgia, Ken and his team are ready to help. Visit callken.com. That's callken.com. One call. That's all. We'll preview Game 4 of the 4-game set with the Diamondbacks coming up on the other side. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Xfinity tech support. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without...
But no worries. Our Wi-Fi boosted mobile keeps you connected in all kinds of places.
Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through May 4, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
The Braves Country Music Fest at Truist Park is June 13th, featuring Cody Johnson, Ella Langley, and more. Get tickets at braves.com/Braves Country Fest.
If you like to do this, or that, or even that, and you want to stay with it, Emory's got your back, or your shoulder, or your hip, or your knee. Our sports medicine specialists treat more world-class, professional, and college-level athletes than anyone else in the state. We'll treat you like a pro and get you back in play. That's the Emory difference. Make an appointment at emoryhealthcare.org/sports.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
The radio home of the Atlanta Braves is everywhere. Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips from our local shows by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
If you missed any of today's Braves action, the Hyundai Postgame Show has you covered. You're locked into the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
We're wrapping things up here on the network. Barrett Salee in the Truist Studios in the Battery, Atlanta. Braves fall to the Diamondbacks 2-1 in Game 3, but they'll go for the series win tomorrow afternoon. The D-backs will send Brandon Pfaadt to the mound, 28 years old, 6'4", 220, out of Louisville, Kentucky. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walks, and 3 strikeouts in a no decision. His first time out against the Dodgers. You heard Walt Weiss say earlier in the show, Martin Perez will get the start for the Braves. No surprise there. 3 strikeouts in relief of Jose Suarez earlier this season. Ford leadoff show coverage coming your way at 2:55 and first pitch with Ben and Darren from Chase Field coming your way at 4:10. For all of us here in the Braves Radio Network, and that includes Damon Allred in Arizona, Lucas Kochevar, and David Holloway behind the glass, I'm Barrett Salee again, your final from Arizona, D-backs 2, Braves 1.
Thanks for listening to this game show. Driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves baseball is an exclusive presentation of the Atlanta Braves, Dickey Broadcasting Company, and Major League Baseball. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. On behalf of everyone at the Braves Radio Network, we thank you for supporting Atlanta Braves baseball right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Thanks for joining us for Atlanta Braves baseball on your one and only home of the Braves, the Fan. Don't move, Braves country, because we're all over today's game on the Braves wrap-up show, which comes your way next. We're taking your calls at 404-231-1680. So jump on the line now as we start the Braves wrap-up show, only on the home of the Braves, the Fan. The Fan is Atlanta's only home for baseball. And when the network signs off for the night, we keep the baseball talk rolling. This is the 680 Wrap-Up Show, driven by Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best. Find your next car, truck, or SUV at JimEllisCadillac.com. Talk Atlanta baseball right now at 404-231-1680. The 680 Wrap-Up Show, driven by Jim Ellis Cadillac, on Atlanta's only home for baseball, The Fan, and the 680 The Fan app.
Welcome into the Truist Studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Salee just steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park. D-backs top the Braves 2-1 out in Arizona. Braves muster only 4 hits now. And now the Braves up 2-1 in the series. They'll go for the series win tomorrow afternoon. 404-231-1680. If you want to get in touch with us, 404-231-1680. Let's get to the highlights. Top of the second, Mike Yastrzemski on second after walking earlier in the inning. Dominic Smith at the plate looking to get the scoring started against Michael Soroka.
And the 3-2. Slap to the left side, a base hit in the left field. Here comes Yaz around third. Here's the throw out of left by Barossa. It's off the mark, and it's 1-0 Braves. Down to second on the throw, Dominic Smith. Pulled it through the left side between Perdomo and Arenado. And scores Yastrzemski, and it's 1-0 Atlanta in the second.
Bottom of the second, runners at first and second with 1 down. Jose Fernandez at the plate with a chance to get the D-backs on the board.
First pitch to him shows bunt, bunts it down the third base line, a good one. Elder's got it, fires down to first, it's off the mark and down the right field line. In to score Moreno, to third base now Arenado. He runs to a stop sign, and he's going to come in and score. And on the throwing error by Elder, it's 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Despite the throwing error in the second, Bryce Elder was money today. His second start of the season, and he was fantastic.
1-2 on the way, swung on, missed, used a slider. And he has his first strikeout of the game, 2 down in the inning. 1-2. Check swing, they appeal, strike 3. Got him on a slider. 1-2 pitch, got him swinging, good fastball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a slider. Elder gets the strikeout, his 4th of the game, and 1 down. His 2-2 pitch. And he gets a swing and a miss at a slider for strike 3. 0-2 wiped him out with a slider. Good pitch. It's dropped momentarily by Baldwin. And he lobs a cookie down to first base. Squeezed by Olsen. And that secures the strikeout. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out looking. Just froze him with a sinker. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out with a slider.
Final line for Elder, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them unearned. They did come on his throwing error, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Let's spin it all the way forward. Top of the ninth, still 2-1 Snakes. Paul Sewald on the hill for the second straight day, and he's facing Michael Harris II with 2 down in the inning.
And the 3-2. He swings, and it's a high fly ball to center. Alec Thomas starting to trot in, looking up into the blue sky, makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks win it 2-1. We saw some brilliant pitching in this game, and unfortunately, it's 2 unearned runs that doomed the Braves. Braves scored 1 run in the top of the second. Diamondbacks scored 2 unearned runs at the bottom of the second, and that was it. Pitching took control the rest of the way, and the Diamondbacks won it 2-1. Well, the Braves of the ninth, no runs, hits, or errors, no one left. Final score, Diamondbacks 2, Braves 1.
Totals for the game with the Braves, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and it was a costly one. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Michael Soroka gets the win. He's 2-0 in the season. Bryce Elder, the loss. He's 1-1. Paul Sewald, the save, his 3rd of the season. Let's get to tonight's Georgia Banking Company bullpen spotlight. And only 1 Braves player came out of the bullpen today. That was Tyler Kinley. And he came in 1 inning of hitless ball. Let's get to our well stat of the day. Bryce Elder, after this performance today, he's the only baseball pitcher with 8 quality starts dating back to August 24th. Yes, that is more than Max Fried, Yoshi Yamamoto, Tarek Skubal, and Sandy Alcantara. They're the only other pitchers that enter today with 7 quality starts since August 24th. From managing chronic conditions to staying on top of screenings, the experts at Wellstar will partner with you to help you feel your best. Together, we'll create a personalized game plan to help keep you healthy. Visit wellstar.org today. Wellstar, more than healthcare. People care. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from manager Walt Weiss. This is the 680 wrap-up show on The Fan. 680, 93.7 FM and the Fan app.
The 680 wrap-up show.
Baseball fans know you win by having a strong lineup, and Jim Ellis Buick GMC has one of the strongest. From power.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
If you've considered ED treatment but aren't sure if it'd work for you, HIMS is here with the facts. Sildenafil, also known as generic for Viagra, can start working in as little as 30 minutes, reach peak effect in about an hour, and can last about 4 hours. Plus, 92% of HIMS customers reported satisfaction with their results, based on an internal survey of 252 generic for Viagra users. HIMS connects you with licensed healthcare providers online. Just complete an online intake, get reviewed by a provider, and if prescribed, get medication shipped discreetly to your door. Getting the care you deserve so you can feel confident and perform at your best should be simple. And through HIMS it is. Take the next step today at HIMS.com. That's HIMS.com. HIMS.com.
Prescription required. See HIMS.com for details and important safety information. Sildenafil is the generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered trademark of Viatris Specialty, LLC. HIMS is not affiliated or endorsed by Viatris. Customer survey may have been compensated for their opinion. Customers' results have not been independently verified. Individual results may vary.
The Honest Car Guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026.
Lowe's, we can get you any year.
It's only getting every customer's order right. It's only a point-of-sale system connected by Spectrum fiber-powered business internet, helping you track hundreds of secure transactions. And it's all backed by 24/7 U.S.-based customer support and local technicians. It's only everything. Get Business Internet Advantage free, forever, when you get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. Visit spectrum.com/free for life to find out how. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
This is the 680 Wrap-Up Show on Atlanta's only home for baseball, The Fan, and the 680 The Fan app.
Welcome back to the Dickey Broadcasting Studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Salee recapping Game 3 of the 4-game set with the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Wrap-Up Show is driven by Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best. Find your next